I'm ready. We about to get it. Yep. I'm going to give y'all time to come on in. It's time for the Daily Toast. What is it? I'm over 2 hours late. Yep. Stayed at work. Went and kicked it with my mom and my sister yesterday. Got home late. Slept in. Didn't really sleep in. Felt all right. But man, do I have some stuff to talk with y'all about today. We got the folktale, we got the hit, we got to do the toast. I want to give y'all a lesson that one of the young people at the school gave me when I asked about Thanksgiving. Fire. Little Jeans, I can't say his name. Shocked me. But hey, first off, I want to welcome you to the Congregation of the Mighty. This is Journey Media. I am your host, Brother Hot Jim. This is the Daily Toast. Of course, you know this is a Heart of a Summer production. And you know what we do. We strive to blow up your old paradigm. Grab your glass. Grab the glass. And let's hit it. Y'all ready? Let's go.
Mr. Diddy.
Drink some water. Come on. Drink your water, but first, take your breath and drink some water. Excuse me. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Drink. Or should I say, breathe in, drink. Now lift your glass and drink some water. Now lift your glass and pour some water. Pop the cap to get that water. Now pour that water. Drink. Or should we say, live, pour, in. Now move your body and drink some water. Now move your body and drink some water. Now move your body and drink some water. Just move your body. Drink. Or should we say, move, and drink. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Now raise your glass. Drink. Or should we say, live, toast, in. Toast. Take your breath and drink some water. Lift your glass and pour some water. Move your body, drink some water. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Breathe. Drink, 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 drink. Lift your glass, lift your glass, lift your glass. Take your breath, take your breath, take your breath. Move your body, move your body, move your body. Toast your ancestor, toast your ancestor body, toast your ancestor. Hey, I want to welcome everybody once again to the congregation of the mighty. This is the mighty Gianni 30 Media. Alright, family, it's time for us to get it in. I hope you got your water. I hope you got your health drink. I hope you got your folk sale book. I hope you're ready for some discussion. Lines are open. Shouts out to Kurt. Alright, here we go. Call in lines open 614-556-4535. We got some time today. This is one of those days where we could just kind of lay back. This is one of those days. Let me make sure it's up. Oh, okay. It listed up on, but I don't know if it went to all of my things. So let's go and do it again. 614-556-4535. Call in lines. Yes, once again, the black signal is not going out. I'm going to start using it next week because we got to go and do this Kwanzaa thing, so I'm going to have to go and bite the bullet and push out the advertisements because we have to build up our directory. We got to build up the directory. We got to sell these ads so that we can go and make Kwanzaa as successful as possible. Now, the issue that we are working on right now, and that's the big struggle right now, now we need businesses. We need people that provide services to the community. We need individuals that have things they want to advertise. We have things they want to sell. We want to build up a directory. So if you are a plumber, if you are a carpenter, if you are a masseuse, if you are an aspiring rap artist, if you work with young people or work with old people, you walk dogs, you do cartwheels and backflips, and you play a clown at parties, you do comedy. You know what I'm saying? We want to put you in the directory. We want to make the ad book that we used to do for Kwanzaa. We want to make it useful all year around. And not only will your stuff be listed in the directory, we also will put it up on the Columbus Kwanzaa 365 site as well, I think. You know what I'm saying? I think that could be arranged. You know what I'm saying? So family, I need you to get up, get out, get at it, right? So I'm going to be posting up where you get ads. Actually, you go to Gianni Journey right now. You could click on any one of the ads with Kwanzaa on there. You go to Columbus Kwanzaa 365.com. Also to register your business. Also to buy a space. Now, a whole page is only $100. You know what I'm saying? Half page $50, quarter page $25. You could do the math. But it's that time of the year. And like I said, now, I want to fill up personally 5 pages from Gianni Journey. 5 full pages from Gianni Journey. And I think that we can do it. Right, family? So those of you out there that have services that you need to offer, let's get it. Now, one of my brothers hit me up early this morning, right? He know I do my show. So I'm going to play his music. He's going to be mad as hell. But hey, I love you, Shekum. This is a track by Shekum Mac 10 as I drink my water so we get ready for this toast so we can knock the toast out, right? I want to knock the toast out. And then we're going to get into the discussion about the folktale. And also I'm going to discuss a little bit the lesson I learned from one of the young people, because I often get on here and I talk about some of the stuff that I be having discussions with the young people about and how disheartening it is. But every now and then, one of them split my wig. He split my wig as we was talking. I had to stop. I like, what? You know what I'm saying? You got to celebrate those moments. Psh, one of those now I could die moments. Oh, I see the fire in you, homie. I see it. I see it. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have to go on and put some little wood on that fire right there. Yeah, we're going to have to get it. We'll have to get you. We're going to have to get you up because I see it in you right now because you seeing shit differently. And the people going to be looking at you differently. I got to get you ready for that because they not ready for you yet. They not ready. I'm like, wow. But yo, here we go. Hold on. Let me go here. Okay, so they just showed that I'm up live on my page. But I'm rebooting my page so I can make sure that I'm up if I'm getting any messages. Matter of fact, let me check all my message streams. And also let me post up on Spreaker that I am accepting calls. Call in at 614-556-4535. Boom. There you go. All right. Conference line is open. Check. I thought it was. It's hung up on me again. Y'all know how I get. Y'all know how I get at Giami Journey. All right. Let's see. All right. It's still refreshing. So we're going to go and sip on some water. Oh, here we go. It's up. I'm up. Do I got any messages? Nope. But once again, shouts out to Kurt Austin. Then also, let's see you in the chat. All right, nobody here and nobody over there. So let's do this. This right here is a water drinking tune created by a brother by the name of Shekel Mac 10. So y'all gonna check him out. For people looking for conscious artists, you know what I'm saying? And you like it on the rough side. So here we go. Check him out. He ain't sent me no title. He just sent me this.
Extra, read all about it. Come and take a picture of a live ass Mac, putting it down like this here. You feel me? Now, as I rock the mic, live and direct, for you motherfuckers to feel me on this shit. My sound's profound and prolific, no one can be realer. I'm a giant who's defiant, call me Godzilla. Watch me lean to the side like a Mac would do, or I can come off like a cheap trick and attack you for pissing me off, making me mad. I hate you shady punks for talking too much, pulling out heat. You fools don't amaze me, jump, and it's gonna get rough. Sissy, I had enough, so now I'm calling bluffs. You talk too much, so shut the fuck up as I appear mad and pissed. I'm having a fit, it's too many haters to deal with. Ain't it a bitch? I see the weak twitch, with some sheep's clothes will switch, and men turn snitch. Time to put his shady ass in the ditch, right? Later on tonight, we gon' hit and get out of sight. Another job complete. That's how I got down when I was in the streets. Thanks to Elijah, there's no more evil. Let me praise to Allah Almighty God who set me free from Satan's misery. You gon' do your thing, I'm gon' do mine. Fine, you gon' sip some wine. I'm gon' find some other way to spend my time, fixing my wrongs to make them right. I learn from my mistakes, cut off the fake. I keep it real, I'm shedding light. You gon' do your thing, I'm gon' do mine. Fine, you gon' sip some wine. I'm gon' find some other way to spend my time, shaking the devil's grip, staying true to living this God-given right. So I fight this wicked government. I died and came back. I hustle with this wisdom as if it's a gang of crack. I was born to be a Mac, professional black, trained for combat. I'll explode on contact. It's best that you duck when I react. I'm writing exact, avoiding the devil's traps. It's hard to relax, living in a world full of demons and rats. Heed from out of the Bible I read that the meek shall inherit the earth, and the strong will lead. As I proceed, your end is near. To my family, friends, and peers, I won't be shedding a tear if you appear to be one of the wicked painters inflicted. Truly you must, in God we trust. The righteous will crush, another heathen go bite the dust. It's tough titty. If you follow the minister Farrakhan, then ride with me. FOY, MGT, fight for freedom, justice, equality. Satan, that ain't no stopping me. I don't owe none of you devils any apology. You feel gon' do your thing, I'm gon' do mine. Fine, you gon' sip some wine. I'm gon' find some other way to spend my time, fixing my wrongs to make them right. I learn from my mistakes, cut off the fake. I keep it real, I'm shedding light. You gon' do your thing, I'm gon' do mine. Fine, You gon' sip some wine, I'm gon' find some other way to spend my time. Shaking the devil's grip, staying true to living this God-given right. So I fight this wicked government. I know they feel me, these devils want me dead, but I ain't giving up. Like you gon' get the truth, you wanna kill me, come and press your luck. Click, clack, buck, buck, I don't give a flying fuck. Run up and get hit with a whole lot of hot stuff, and if I ain't served with enough, I got something for tough. Hillbilly type prejudice devils tucked in the trunk. You heard him, and all of the rest of them can get it. Ain't no discriminating. If you hating, my bullets gon' rip it. Remember Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Marcus Garvey, Medgar Evers, Emmett Till. Pardon me, you devils kill. Remember that. I got heat for those who never pay for old crimes committed back in the past. Now it's time I get in their ass, and no, I ain't forget about you sellout ass. Uncle Tom stool, pigeon bitch made fakes who hate Islam. It's hard to stay calm in the city where the itty bitty die. Only the strong survive. You feel me? You gon' do your thing, I'm gon' do mine. Fine, you gon' sip some wine, I'm gon' find some other way to spend my time. Fixing my wrongs to make them right. I learn from my mistakes, cut off the fake, I keep it real, I'm shedding light. You gon' do your thing, I'm gon' do mine. Fine, you gon' sip some wine, I'm gon' find some other way to spend my time. Shaking the devil's grip, staying true to living this God-given right. So I fight this wicked government, you feel me?
I have to dip into my bucket on that one. Alright, Shekel, I'm feeling you, my friend. I'm feeling you, my brother. Man, once again. Right. Blowing it up, my man. Blowing it up again, right? I mean, like I said, I've been working in this field a long time. So, I was thinking, and then, like I said, about 1 o'clock this morning, I got the text. So let me go and listen to it. Because Shekel never disappoints me. But, like I said, all right, cool. Let me go and see what brother talking about. Let's lay it down. Let's listen in. Let's find out. And what y'all think? You know what I'm saying? Those of you that heard it, let us know. So I go and reach out to Shekel. Let them know the feedback. We getting on the journey. I do this toast. So, and any of my other family out there, y'all got some music for me to drink some water too? Because I got to drink a lot of water before I start the show. So I would love to be able to do more of that. Because a lot of times, and then we got some people that's looking for music like that. You know what I'm saying? You're looking for conscious artists. You're looking for artists that got a message. Ain't just out here, just wasting time. You know what I'm saying? He in the studio. We looking for those that's in the studios that's trying to build something, right? So family, let the brother know. I'll let y'all know how you can get it when it comes out. And we keep it moving. So all right. So yesterday I get to one of my most difficult classes, middle school. Because I'm asking them to do something very, very hard. I'm asking them to do nothing. I want you to focus on your breath and breathe. But yesterday I decided to change the discussion because for some reason when I walked into the room, I said, I want to talk to y'all about mind control, brain control, mind control, boom, boom, boom. I said, all right, cool. I'm going to demonstrate to y'all how we are all being mind controlled. So I said, all right, cool. Tell me about Thanksgiving. So they started going through. And this was early in the conversation too. They start going through, it's a day where we celebrate and we're thankful. And, thankful. I said, okay, cool. But I want to go to the history. How did we start celebrating Thanksgiving over here? So, first off, the young man jumped up and put his feet in his chair. He was like, I think this was 6th grade. Put his feet in the chair and he said, well, they killed all of us. So hold on. Slow down. Wait, slow down. Because the Indians, blah, blah, blah. I said, cool. So I took the word Indian, I wrote it on the board. I said, what else we know about it? Pilgrims, boom, boom, boom. I said, where they come from. They came from over there. I said, well, where the hell was over there? Over Oh, Europe. I said, Europe. All right, cool. Europe on the board. So I said, cool. Now I got a question. Why do they call these people that were here Indians? Now check out, because I wasn't going here. This was the young man's answer. He said they called them Indians so that they would be able to make them feel like outsiders in their own land. This at the beginning, I said, boy, you were supposed to use that one to close the whole class out. You know what I'm saying? Think about that. Listen to it again. Listen to what this boy told me. They called them Indians to make them feel like outsiders in their own land. That get a strike of God and they get an explosion because blowing up old. I said, dude, they're not ready for you here. They're not ready for you. They're not. You know, I got my eye on you. I got your back. You know what I'm saying? I said, what do you mean? He said, because they was trying to take over their land, so they needed them to feel like outsiders. I said, so boom. I said, cool. Now, here's one of the first illusions. Here's one of the first mind control piece. Why did they call them Indians? Like, because they came from India. I said, no. So I say, because I want us all to think about that. We often use that term, Indian. Hell, even Native American. We often use that term, Indian. Why do they call them Indians? You know what I'm saying? Because homeboy was lost. Christopher Columbus, even before was lost. And he thought he found India. He thought he found a shortcut to India. So he started calling them Indians. And we have continued to carry on calling them Indians. Even though this is nowhere near India. Even got Indians saying Indian. Yeah. Oh. So the kids start like, brain control, mind control, right? I said, okay, cool. Where did they come from? They came from Europe. I said, I give anybody $100 if you can find the continent of Europe. Oh, they jumped up. Grabbed the Chromebook, start running to the maps. I said, show me Europe. Here it go right here. I said, no, that's Asia. West Asia to be exact. Show me Europe. And well, I said, okay, cool. This is where you can turn it off. Show me where Europe, or what they call Europe, is separate from Asia. Oh, I'm about to get paid. Show me, come on. Boom, boom. So we had a discussion. I'm like, mind control. Right? Boom, boom, boom. I want y'all to see this, right? You're being controlled in how you see the world. You see stuff that's not there. You call things what they are not. That's mind control. I want y'all to be cognizant of. I want you to be able to look at some of the stuff around you. Not telling you not to celebrate, I just want you to be able to think. And I want you to be able to ask questions about things. You know what I'm saying? Even question what I bring you. Question what your teachers, you got to ask questions when people are telling you stuff. We're living in a world where in order for other people to stay on top, you have to be totally confused and totally out of your mind and see stuff that's not there. Misname things, right? Mislabel things. You got to be able to do that. Because if you don't do that, then I can't subjugate you. Right? So, we're going to go and do this toast. I got me some ginger root up in there and some lemon in there too. Starting to feel kind of uneasy. I think I might got. We don't get sick. But here we go. You ready? First, give an honor to the creator by whatever name you choose. Call that creator. You ready? Call that creator whatever. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you call that creator, we lift our glass and we say, Ashe. Then we move on, family, and where we go? We go to the beautiful list of ancestors that we have. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So the list is growing. List is growing. We're getting better. So we calling on Miles Brown, Miss Ann, Robert and Texana Davis, Herman Brown Sr., Rosalie Tilley, George and William Walter, Christopher Fanning Gaston, Aunt Lena, Uncle Chris, Aunt Fiend, Cleveland and Geneva Brown, Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Alvaro Brown, Gina Gaines, Herman Brown II, Barbara Twiggs, Wash Ellis Jr., Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Toppin, John Falar, Montague Pimenel, No More Expat Mile, Rob Malika Fakur, Dr. Mary Ann Williams, Kojo Kamal, Elder Farmer, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusuf Reston, Elder Hajani, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Alfred Broford, Hector Jr., Jay Edwards, Carlisle Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William Bill Moss, Willis Rose, Sterling and Lucy Wright, Derek L. Pullian, the Luxor brother, Miss Eda Brooks Crawley, Miss Marie Nelson, Mr. Frederick Crawley Sr., Miss Jerry Brunson, Mr. Alonzo Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell, Janice Foster, Charles Jordan, Kel Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Triggs, Francis Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Anna Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Brennerman, Virginia Rogers, Reverend James Smith, Lois Henderson, Calvin Spratling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Kellen D. Russell, Susie B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Mildred Hodge Jr., Herman Copeland, Mildred Copeland, Jenny Clay, Bird Beatty, Sarah Weller, Beaton Farmer, Goes to Sue, Cheryl Harvey, Aunt Charmaine, Aunt Evelyn Delos Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury, Sr., Leonard Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thornton, Pearl G. Thornton, Ida Johnson, Florence M. Carter, Joanne Thornton, Erica Tricia Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary Eliza Frederick Davis, Mary Elizabeth Rogers, Mary Esther Keachla Reese, Linda Watson Hammonds, Jarrell Giles, Watson Sparrow, Slimmy, Selvin Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Pearl Moore, Percy Moore, Mildred Owens, Booker T. Bowden, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover, Hilda Pearson, Sturgeon Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lavinia Hall, Freeman Banks, Mary Moss, Ophelia Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kennedy, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quells, Urania Thornton, Bernice Quells, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, S.C. Johnson, Dorita Johnson, Leon Johnson, James W. West Sr., James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry World, James Farmer, Mary Chavez, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Hattie Levester, Mary Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Rosemary Martineer, Elder Amartet Wellman, Fred Douglas Triggs, Sr., Thelma Triggs, Thomas and Lula Berry, Lacey Eleanor Howe, Frank Russell Davis, Fred Douglas Triggs II, Rena Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy M. Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brenda Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carla Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Ellis Murphy, Jim Robinson, Gladys Johnson, Valerie Clark, John and Mary Sullivan, Dirk Johnson, Antonio Johnson, Delise Waters, Shelby McClendon, Annie Ferguson, William Ferguson, Michael and Charlene Morgan, Sybil Edwards McNabb, Mazarine Cofer, George Swan, Edmonia Grayson, Charles Scott, Charles H. Scott, Reginald Oliver, Linda Howard, Jacqueline Broadus, Ethel H. McNair, Louis Fernandez, Edward R. Benson Sr., Barbara Ann Reed, Dorothy Ann Reed, John Reed, Ron McCormick Sr., Sabrina Easley, Rayshawn Easley, Javea McCormick, Nevaeh Mitchell, Ozella Watson, Hugo Watson, John Caldwell Sr., Robbie Lee Caldwell, Charles Walker Sr., Charlie Walker, Cecil Russell, Diane Urban, Haroon Phillips, William Ford, Margaret Logan, Phyllis Barnett, Lee Urban Sr., Michael Urban, Henrietta Irby, Mildred Armstead, Margaret Armstead, Catherine Anthony, Ruby Brown, Muriel Ellis, Elizabeth Battles, Jeanette Sanders, Jerry C. Sanders, Roy Pruitt, H.J. Bradley Sr., Henry Wilson, Rufus Jenkins, Minnie Wilson, Catherine Sanders, Baba Naeem, Tim Butler, Ramey Laura Newton, J.B. Foggy, Thomas Newton Sr., John Dewey, and Ruth Beard, Ann Pierce, Donald Carter, Lily Green, Nathan Green, Bent Vaughn, Led Alls, Elijah Alls, Jerome Alls, Henry West Staten, Joe Jamel Alls, Miss Vanilla, Albert Motley, Geraldine Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, Earlington Houston, Albert Moore, Leroy Q. Heap Sr., Margaret Towns, Mary Williams, Martha Ford Dawson, Big Mama, Nanny Harris, Eva Ford, James Hairston, Mona Ann Lewis, Cornetta Lyman Lewis, John Jackson, William Dallas Lewis, Mary Francis, Chappelle Jackson, Michael Slade, Joanne Perkins, Richard Jackson, Vivian Stevenson, Neely Johnson, Fletcher Swan, Manny Charlie Scott, Ida Casey, Thomas Cofer, Doretha Ross, Viola Ross, Robert Nelson, Francis Stevenson, Louis Stokes, Lester and Rachel Saunders, John Bowie, Alex Nixon, Eula and Andrew Baker, Patricia and Edwin Brooks, Gwendolyn and Bob Hatch, Kimball Vernon, Bradley Kim, Janie Harriet Tubman Cates, Spencer Sturgis, Sally Mae Baker, Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, Aaron Nino Baby Hatch, Hatch Sr., Mally Miller, Halsey Hatch, Dad Cleveland, Mother Gibson, Alice Arnold, Arthur Arnold, Hattie Reed, Charles Reed, Aunt Becca, Lee Irby, Tommy Irby, Boy Irby, Jim Gaucher, George and Haley Johnson, Archie and Margaret Armstead, Diane Scott, Erica Armstrong, Claire Fox, June Evans, Archie Beck, Anna McGill, Charles McDaniel, Christine Cottrell, Donna Hill, Richard Gleavers, Jerry Dorr, Amina Robinson, Mary Nichols, Patricia Williams, Shabaka Teray, Greg G2 Gibson, Emma McClendon, Dan Wilkinson Sr., Ruth Carter, June Cox, Paula Cox, Ronald Irvin, Junie Hubbard, Irene Johnson, Francis Boots Jefferson, Stacy Trice, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, David Brown, Hazel Gaston, Jerry Brantley, Brian Watson Jr., Kanika Parsons, Jason Cathy, Thomas Bradley, also known as Uncle Pookie, also known as Gypsy, Reverend Roosevelt Word the First, Jennifer Sensenbaugh, Ada Pearl, Bob Ingalls, Jack Wallace, Warren M. Finch, Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingalls, Audrey Finch, William Billingsley Jr., Gene Holmes, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christy Nichols, Cardinal Robinson, Rosemary Charles, Janice Carter, Michael Carter, Leon Pina Carter, Margaret Carter, William Carter, Lisa Jordan, Charles Lee Mosley, Dorothy R. Blair, Florence Evans, Pamela Blair, Ransom Evans Sr., Sam Evans Sr., Nalon Blair Sr., Edward Stevens, Sue Ann Stevens, Joe Davis, Timothy Butler, Charles Wooden, Penny Brown, Roy Lee Printup Jr., Miriam Johnson, Wilbur Longmire, Edith Catney, Eugene Spratling, Calvin Spratling, Phyllis Lee, DeFridas Hines, Inez Bostic, Anna Bostic, Winifred Scatterbag, Wilson Hetley, and Elma Hines. We lift up our glass. We lift up our glass and we say Ashe. From there, we move into the present moment. Moving to the present moment. I didn't get to go through this yesterday, so let's go and get this today. We are Ujima. All right, family, I need you. Open up those reticular formations. Seek out collective work and responsibility. We are hunting it down today. We're looking for righteousness, which is the principle of Mayat. Mayat, the principle of Mayat today is righteousness. The principle in M7 is respect. Color is blue. I don't have on blue. I got on another nice t-shirt that I got last year. I haven't worn it yet. Got several of these. Color, the Hermetic law is vibration. Male name is for the day is Kwaku. Female name is Akua. I like that name. Akua. Alright. Sound like a Fua. Akua. Alright? So, we lift up our glass in the present moment, knowing that the moment is all we have. And in this moment, we're going to move to change the world. Ashe. We lift up our glass and we say, Ashe, Ashe. Alright. From there, family, where do we go? Where do we go? Go to our children's children, onto infinity. We lift up our glass. We salute our children that are here, our children yet to come, our children 1,000 years from now. We lift up our glass from now into infinity, for our children, our children's children, on until infinity. All right, because that's what we're building for, right? Building for eternity. So we lift up our glass and we say, Ashe. From there, family, where do we go? Where do we go? Where we go? We lift up our glass. We salute all of our relations. From there, where do we go? We lift up the glass. It's for you. What is it that you want in your life right now? What do you want? What do you need? What are you striving for? Lift up our glass and we say, Ashe. From there, we move on to you. Toast you, the most beautiful, most powerful, most inspiring being in the room. So I lift up my glass to you and I say, Ashe. 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 All right, let's go and sip a little bit. We're going to talk about this folk tale. Very quick one. We wouldn't have had a long show last night. A lot of people probably wouldn't have showed up anyway. Because I can't use the superphone. Because I can't use my superphone. I just want to use my superphone. The motherfuckers trying to play me. They ain't gonna play me like that, right? So let's check for the messages or whatever. And if not, I'm just gonna run through it and give you what I get out of it. If anybody tuning into this later want to share your perspective on it, by all means do, right? Once again, I want to remind y'all we in Kwanzaa season now. And what I'm looking for, we're looking for ads, right? So, custom banners. Maybe I need to get me a banner printed, huh? Put it right behind me right there, right? Daily Toaster, right? But, I was trying to see if I could see my video, but they got all types of madness being posted up on Facebook right now. So, alright family, y'all ready? So we're going to get into this folktale. Just wanted to make sure I don't have any messages or any ancestors that I missed up on the timeline. Okay. Shouts out to Mr. Anthony Nesbitt. Anthony Nesbitt, how you doing? Brother Kwame, shouts out. Shared the video. Oh, hold on, yeah. Oh, that's from yesterday. But shouts out to Mr. Nesbitt for checking me out this morning. So, let's go. Oh, okay. Violet, Sister Roni has Violet Fire Yoga. Like the page. So, alright, cool. So there's no messages. So let's get it. This is called the Camel and Arab. Very short, very straight to the point. Let's go and do it. An Arab camel driver, after completing the loading of his camel, asked him if he would like best to go uphill or down. The poor beast replied, not without a touch of reason. Why do you ask me? Is it that the level way through the desert is closed? Y'all getting anything? Huh? All right, so let's look at it. Let's look at it. So we got a beast of burden being asked, do you want to go up here or down here? You know what I'm saying? Because regardless, both of them are laborers, right? Up here, you got the big load. You carrying the load up here, or you carrying the load downhill. All of them, both of them is hard. And the camel simply responds with, what's wrong? Is the level way broke? I mean, is there's not a level, you know what I'm saying? A way where I could just be, not have to fight gravity, either going up or going down, something. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, a lot of times, people give us false choices. This is more one about false choices, right? Illusions. Like I was talking about earlier. Illusions, right? That we have the illusion of choice. We have the illusion to pick our poison. When in fact, that's not a fact. The way has already been laid out. You know what I'm saying? Do I make it hard going up? Or do I make it hard coming down? You know what I'm saying? There's no level ways. Level means I'm dealing with you on like an equal footing. We on an equal footing. Nah, dog. I'm gonna make this hard for you. I'm just gonna make you. I'm gonna make you feel you got a choice. So we go uphill, we go downhill. However you want to do it, we're gonna do it though. See, the camel has no choice in whether or not he's gonna carry this burden. You understand what I'm saying? He's going to have to carry that burden, and that's like a lot of our lives, right? We're given the illusion of choice because the illusion of choice helps keep us sane and helps keep us trapped in illusion. If I give you an option, or what you believe is an option, because if you pick A, I win. You pick B, I win. Hell, even if you find C, I win, right? Because you still gonna be carrying my burden because you are a beast of burden. And we got to understand this is the logic that's being used on a lot of us. You know what I'm saying? You want it hard or you want it easy? You know what I'm saying? You want to die quick or you want to die slow? You want to vote Republican or you want to vote Democrat? Family, it's the same hustle. And the reason I love this book is that a lot of the stuff that comes out of it, you can see being used against us. Well, I'm gonna give you a fake choice. I'm gonna make you feel comfortable in your struggle. With your load. What is it? A wayfaring man. Oh no. An Arab camel driver. And we already know how they are, right? After completing the loading of his camel. So you already got the shit on you. Already got the stuff on you. The only thing you have to decide on, do you want to go uphill or downhill? You don't have a choice. In reality, you really don't have a choice. And in many cases, most of us don't have choices. But the illusion keeps us. Right? The illusion keeps us. Like, I mean, it's like I could choose how I age. You're going to age regardless. Right? That's why some people be getting stuck in loops. You know, you walk into a place and you see, dude, you almost 50 and you sagging. Right? I have no words. No words. You 30, right? 35. You know what I'm saying? You're a full grown man. You know what I'm saying? I you know, it's certain things that, and I think the illusion of choice helps us stay sane in the madness. What's up, brother Kwame? How you doing, sir? You go to the pool today? I tried to get up, man. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't. I didn't try. I rolled over, looked at my alarm clock, and just stared at it like, shut up. Got that? See, like with this modern technology, you can do shit like that. I rolled over, looked at my alarm clock, and was like, shut up. And it shut it up. I'm like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Whoever invented that mug is a genius. Just shut up. You know? Actually, I don't have an alarm like that, but I would really like an alarm where I could just turn or roll over and it would recognize my voice and I could just be like, shut up. Somebody out there that know how to program shit, help me. I would love that. Let's do that. Let's work on that project together. Somebody else gonna have that shit out by next year. And I'm gonna be like looking at that'll be another idea that I threw out on Giami Journey that somebody made $1 million from. The shut up alarm clock. Just roll over and say, I hate you. Shut up. Your clock just shut off. Your phone be like, beep. That's cold. See, Kwame, you helped me come up with some good ideas. So, family, that is the folktale. That is the folktale. Once again, go to Giami Journey Timeline. Go to Columbus Kwanzaa 365. Right, let me type it in. Just in case. Columbus Kwanzaa. .com. Boom. Go to it. Right? Those people that's in business. Hit it up. Haven't been for a couple of weeks now. Mom is suffering from sciatica and I'm on duty more. Okay, man, you good. I mean that's dope. That's dope. He said I'm on duty. You know, that's called honor. Right? We got to start making sure, you know, we have that. We demonstrate that for our young people. Our young people got to see that and hear about things of honor. Let me put it on the timeline here. Columbus Kwanzaa. We are doing our directory. We're trying to put a directory together. We need businesses. Right, as Gianni Journey, I want to try to push off 5 pages. I want to try to fill. I can't try. We got to fill 5 pages, right? So let's get it, family. Let's get it. 5 pages, so that we gonna help carry our weight into Kwanzaa this year. All right. So click the link. Go in. You know what I'm saying? And look for the ads. And then also, it's already some posted up on the timeline already. Some stuff posted up. I'm going to make sure I move it back up to the top. You know what I'm saying? Because it's Kwanzaa season, man. I'm excited this year. Can't wait to see how it turns out. So, that's that. So, unless y'all got something else y'all want to talk about, the lines are open. 614-556-4535. Once again, that's 614-556-4535. Y'all got something y'all want to talk about? Beautiful. If you don't, you know what I'm saying? We're going to call it a show. We done finished another toast, another victory. We still kicking. I'm still working on this super phone thing, so some of y'all not getting text yet. And then now I'm having a problem getting people to register on Facebook because they looking at it like I got to register all over again, and they get all the way to the part where they got to put their Facebook name in. They might not even remember that shit. So, and then I went back and looked at my list, and my list for Facebook is about 4 people. Well, what am I to do? What can you do? You know, what can you do? And I want to tell you how the data is controlled. Check this out. So we got over 500. We got over 500 people on Gianni Journey, but through the
this call is being recorded.
But through the Gianni Journey page, we can't contact none of them. My fault. We contact them one at a time, and I ain't doing that shit. Somebody just called in. Who is it? And how can I help you? Welcome to the journey. Welcome to the congregation of the mighty. What's going on?
I was thinking that maybe we should get an intern to every morning do the 1-by-1 thing. Make sure everybody's okay because don't nobody be checking on me.
A who?
We need
an intern.
Don't nobody be checking on me. Don't play. It's Shaka, man. What's up?
I know who it is. How you doing?
I'm blessed, man.
Man,
I'm blessed.
So for those of you, I'm eating on some ginger that's been soaked in that ambrosia. I need to give my baby some of this. Oh.
Hey, you ever you ever had the ginger infused red June? Ginger and hibiscus?
Vicky.
Oh my goodness. You got any Jamaican friends that make sorrel?
Vicky.
Oh man.
Come here, please. Go ahead, I'm listening.
Well, you know,
I gotta try that.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well,
you ought to try this.
you let me know. I happen to be abundant in the Red June game nowadays. I got a few gallons that I'm putting together for the holiday season. Labels and everything. I'm just saying,
Right. Hey.
Uh,
It's the time of it's that time of year.
What's that?
It's that time of the year.
Oh yeah, it's that time of the year. And you know what, man? I'm gonna tell you something. Just last week, kombucha was on Shark Tank.
Oh yeah, Cleveland. Yeah. Come here.
Yeah.
What are they talking about?
A woman doing what we do. But she was packaging her June as a June starter kit.
Hold on, was she doing June or was she doing kombucha?
She was doing kombucha.
Okay.
But you know what? I'm speaking blind on it. A friend of mine had called and was like, "Hey, Shaka, they got your stuff on the Shark Tank."
Tell first.
I was like, man.
Yeah.
You know how many times? But you know what's so crazy about it out there? You know how many times in my life I've gotten that call?
For?
I mean, specifically the Shark Tank, I had 3 calls in this lifetime, like Shaka, the same thing that you were just talking to me about. Man, turn on the TV. Right?
Right.
So we got that factor. And then, musically, there's always a Shaka. I think I just heard your track on a Jaheim album.
What track?
Call me back.
Oh, you okay? You talking about people listening to your music? Like I just heard your shit, man.
Right. And that one was no lie. Like that one, that happened, and that happened. And I think that if it wasn't for me getting, dealing with that in music, I wouldn't have been able to take it. All of this theft of or borrowing of intellectual property. People cutting and pasting and all of that. That all came. My first experiences was with the music piece. Of course, when I was there in Columbus, we had the piece with Music Soul Child. Right.
You had what with music? What happened with Music Soul Child?
So the piece with Music Soul Child is that we were, Soul Star back then. I had brought in a DJ from Rennie Harris.
Right.
Evil Tracy. Now, Evil Tracy is in a DJ crew called the Action Figure Crew. And his 2 cousins, DJ Ghetto and DJ Active, are all a part of that crew. Now, DJ Active at the time was Music Soul Child's DJ. So Evil Tracy decided, I'm going to give him the Soul Star CD. And it was planned. I'm going to give him the Soul Star CD and see if music want to deal with Shaka on any level of, it was just, real clean intentions, but we never heard back from the brother until his album dropped called Soul Star.
Got so many things I want to tell you, but I'm afraid I don't know how. Is that when you heard from him? There's a possibility that you're taking my shit, love. Come on, man.
But you see how it is? You see what happened? It wasn't even the music, Tim. It was the fact that the vibration of even the title Soul Star was in season. And I felt like after he used it, it made it so it was unintentional, I imagine.
Okay.
But
I mean,
it made it.
But
it made it. What's the opposite of significant? You know what I mean?
Right.
See,
insignificant.
Because I wanted the people to be able to say, like, so Shaka, you are the visionary behind Soul Star, the band, or this artistic ensemble. Care to share with us the reason why you are called Soul Star.
They're never gonna ask you that question though. You know that,
They
right?
not.
I mean, they wouldn't. They wouldn't. I mean, that's an insightful question. I just like your goddamn music. I like your name. You know, it would have been 30 years. You'd have been in the game 30 years before somebody would have came and asked you why they call you. Why did you choose the name Soul Star? I mean, that's a very insightful question that you would have wanted people to come up and ask you. I'm just saying. I mean, come on, man. You know that.
I mean, yeah. Well, for people who actually were affected by the music, I think that we would have that conversation way before 40 years, 30 years.
You think so?
And I think I've already had that conversation on videotape.
Well, let me ask you, man. Why did you call the group Soul Star?
Stop playing.
No, I'm saying. I mean, come on now.
All right, hold on. I wasn't ready. Hold on. Let's go back into interview mode, because if you take any sound bites, like for later on, this will be part of the thing. All right, wait. And action. Go ahead. Do it. Okay, wait. I was smiling. I can't answer while I'm smiling.
Okay, Shaka. Why did you choose the name Soul Star for this group?
Why did I choose the name Soul Star for? Well, when you look at the season of artists that I was dealing with, the idea behind the Soul Star concept was that we were coming to bring some universal balance. Of course, my name, during the time that I'd taken on was Brother Soul, and Soul is an acronym that stands for Son of Universal Life. So it's all this, the character of our music. I wanted to be able to get people to, without explaining, align with the same type of concept that Earth, Wind, and Fire had in their season, right? Because they brought Africanism to a grand level in their music on a global level, right? When you look at the Gratitude album, you see the elements.
Hey man, hold on. I didn't see no Africanism in any Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Hold on. You saying you did not see Africanism
brought
now to the forefront?
Give me a demonstration. Yeah, give me a demonstration of that shit. I don't know what you're talking about. Go ahead.
Okay, so here's the piece. First of all, within their music, the visionary of the group was already famous. A lot of people don't know that Maurice White was already famous because he was the drummer for Ramsey Lewis Trio. So when he would do his solos, he incorporated the kalimba, which nobody had ever heard the kalimba in popular music yet. So from the Ramsey Lewis Trio, him bringing that African sound of the kalimba, let alone the percussiveness of African percussion. And then when he formed Earth, Wind, and Fire, kept that as a primary element in their musicality, let alone the blue tonality that makes African music what it is. That was, and still is to this day, a strong element that makes them distinct in their harmony and in their music. Now, going into the Africanism that was demonstrated on stage. Back in 1972, they paid $2 million for their wardrobes to look like African kings or pharaohs. All right? On this same show, they paid just as much in having David Copperfield produce all the magic inside of their show, so that they can bring, once again, that had more to do with that whole, let's bring the mysticism into our show, right? Mm-hmm. So all of these things were by design, and that to me is what made them the premier black band to be able to fill an arena audience all by themselves. Before them, no black band had been able to do that. So understanding that when Soulstar, when I was working on the Soulstar concept back in 2002, well, there needed to be that again. And there wasn't anyone doing that. If you remember back in 2002, everybody was calling the Philly music movement a movement as if it was a real movement for the people. It wasn't. It was a movement for the artists. The Roots got on. Black Star and Lauren, all of these folks or Jill Scott and all of those Philly-based artists were getting on one by one and were being pulled through a machine that was almost independent in itself already, even though they were still signed, I believe, to Geffen. All right, they were moving. Questlove was moving all of his merchandise through squarebiz.com. I want to say that the Roots almost single-handedly kind of brought a branding into okplayer.com, where even to this day, if you want to know what an album is doing, after you check out the billboards or whatnot, you checking out okplayer.com, because they built an institution behind their music. But in terms of the movement was for the musicians and the artists that were getting on. It wasn't for, let's build a tribe, let's build a village, let's build this, you know. They was strictly, hey, we got this going on. It's our season. Let's go ahead and get the getting while the getting is good, you know. So for me to bring Soulstar, I wanted them to see that, you know, there was still that universal light that shines beyond selfish intention. And so in all of that, I feel like I drew a lot of selfishness into that may or may not have, or the universe to have it. It wasn't our time yet. But I feel like, you know, when I had those grander ideas and I had the resources around me to be able to step forward with it, there was a lot of, even within that, like, hold on, well, I got an idea too, or what makes his idea more special than this one, or, you know what I mean, a whole bunch of, like, dissension.
Well, ain't even nigga shit. That's human shit. But hold on. Miss Shar, you better stop talking about that Kwame drink. I make that specially for that man. And you can't come and drink no ambrosia 3 weeks in and think you're going to have something sweet. That is mature. That's pure 100% grown man drink. I'm just saying. By the time Kwame shares, Kwame got 2 roots and black seed in that. You lucky that shit don't set the house on fire. I'm just saying. I mean, he got burdock, he got dandelion, he got ginseng, he got, you know, I mean, he got that's a bottle of testosterone that he got sitting around the house just aging and sipping on every day. It's not gonna taste good. That's a man drink. Man drink don't taste good. I'm sorry. That's a commercial for that Kwame drink. I'm sorry. Man drink don't taste good. Go ahead.
I sure do wish that you could share your screen, because I'm about to open this one bottle, and I know it's me.
Hold on. Sheckham just hit me up. He ain't listened to the show. He just hit me up. I just played one of his tracks. I'm about to let him know that I already played it. Yeah. Sheckham is doing it, man. Sheckham is still in the studio doing his thing. Let me tell you. I played it already.
Sheckham, I said, what's up?
Yeah, if he listening, you know what I'm saying, he already know. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
I mean, we building, family. I mean, like I said, I'm chilling right now. So, you know, I'm just like, yo, man. But go ahead, finish with the Soulstar piece. So you You was trying to form a movement for the people rather than an artist,
right? And I didn't know necessarily how to articulate it. I mean, you know, the piece is that I knew what I didn't want. Like back then, like you look at characters like Shechem, right? And coming from the places that they was coming from. What I was looking for was to show how our relationships through our music can transcend bringing everybody from everywhere. And, you know, not to sound corny on some Care Bears type, you know what I mean? But the thing is that, you know,
it does sound kind of Care Bearish, though. Well, go ahead.
I'm just saying, you know what I mean? They came out, none of them had used the same power. You know what I mean? So sometimes you got to hit them high, sometimes you got to hit them low. And that was the whole intention behind Soul Star, is that no matter how we, you know, for those who are not on the progressive or the you know, the coming together, that we was able to change hearts through music. So, you know, especially after us losing and having to pay and pour a for some of the brothers that didn't make it, that was way younger than us. You know what I mean? For some of the same names that you say every single day, like Jermaine Jones and Charles Wooden, a.k.a. Choice. You know, these are some of the young brothers and some of the young talents that, you know, we should have been putting on our shoulders and carrying forward, you understand? So, you know, that was the idea. What we were playing with, Hot Tim, back then, when you had the Jinyami house and I was situated right across the street, Humble Beginnings, you know what I mean, was the beginning of a whole different culture. But we needed those, you know, within it to believe enough to be able to you know, to go out into the community with a different type of behavior. And it happened a lot. But we needed the support to be able to take it to the next level. And that meant the same thing that it means today. It means territory. It means, you know, all the things that we build into today. It's just, I feel like we've been on a slow grind towards something very substantial. So how does that pertain to Soul Star? Because right now there is no more Soul Star. You know, Soul Star that started off as a 12-piece. Started off as a 12-piece band, a horn section, rhythm section, a DJ, a lyricist. We even had Afalia in there doing everything from her poetry to her rap to her singing. And it was just, it was an awesome vibration. Every time we hit the stage, it was an awesome vibration. And we became that feel-good piece. When the thing happened with with music was when we was getting hit high and low. And me as the visionary, I was getting hit in a place where it's like, man, I got 12 families to feed right now. I got 12 families to feed with this project. And, you know, so it was the time where, you know, I had to take a knee. I had to take a knee as you know, and, you know, some of the folks who was really dedicated, they, you know, they stayed on, and we even still went and tried to do like a three-man situation with me, the sax player, and the DJ called Soul Star's Digital Session. And that could have went far, you know. To be honest with you, you know, my light was dim, you know, because of you know, how I was getting hit in life. And I knew I had to scale down even more, you know. So over the past 15 years, what ends up happening is when I get back standing, and now is the season for me to record. And that's the one thing that, you know, that is substantially different about what we're doing now and what wasn't happening then. Is that back then I was writing songs and I was performing songs, but never producing them to get out into the marketplace. And so right now, that's exactly what is necessary. So for those who have went out of Soul Star, the artists and the musicians who had stepped out and became stronger independent artists and stronger standalone musicians, now we're coming back together in this season as the Black Phoenix. And the Black Phoenix is that vanguard of oneness, that artist vanguard. Those are artists who, on the bandstand and off of the bandstand, understand how to translate through this whole EQ vibration.
Hold on, stop. Now, Shaka,
yeah,
we're gonna work on an elevator pitch, nigga. Dude, that was beautiful, but damn. We gotta get an elevator pitch because you could go and I could go, and we gotta, shit.
Yeah.
Nigga, I started drooling and shit. I'm like, goddamn. Listen, we gotta shorten it down and get to it. So, what's going on? So now, will some of the Red June and some of your music be available during Kwanzaa up here in Columbus this year? Or are you doing Kwanzaa in Cleveland? What's going on?
Absolutely. I am definitely coming to Columbus for Kwanzaa. I don't necessarily know exactly where, we're still situating the details of how it's going down, but I'm definitely going to be there for Kwanzaa. And I will definitely have my Red June, like I said, presented for the holiday season, and especially for those who are getting into the culture, the kombucha culture, and I feel like right now is a good time for us.
All right, because we got that. I got that Ambrosia. He got that June. I got that Ambrosia family, that long living, the African band. I'm with you, Shechem is on here. So Shechem, brother Shaka says, what's up? I'm going to play Shechem's song again because he wasn't on when I played. Even though he's supposed to be up saying prayers early in the morning, he don't be catching his brother's show. Don't mean to throw a nigga out on but I got to start throwing niggas out, putting them on the spot. Get up, say your prayer, get on the daily toast. You know what I'm saying? We do this on a regular basis. You need to get it. You know what I'm saying? But coming up right now, we got a new track by Shechem Mac. I don't even know if we call him Shechem Mac the Maniac. Shechem Mac 1. And for those that don't understand the language, when we say Mac, we mean a man acquiring courage and knowledge. The one is the unity that we bring to our people. All right? So that's old school. For those that don't know, for those that was in college with me, and when we formed Mac, y'all understand. I just want y'all to know that the shit never stopped. I mean, some of y'all.
You was in college in the 80s, right?
Late 80s. Don't be trying to be funny, because I know where you live. Right? Yeah, late 80s. Late 80s.
Right on.
Formed Mac in 89, 90.
Hey, I was just thinking, I'm just trying to get a good idea of when you was in college, was Back to the Future still in the theaters?
You know what? One of them, because they made about 5 of them. The first one, no. Because I might have either just been coming out of high school. See, because I graduated in 87. Now, Back to the Future.
Right.
I'm trying to
85.
Was it 85?
Yeah.
So, one of them was in the theaters, but I wasn't going to see it. I mean, it's bad enough I was already had nerd tendencies. I ain't going to the theaters to see the motherfucker traveling in
Hey, man,
time.
but that was cutting edge. That was cutting edge sci-fi, man.
Who?
Back to the Future,
Man, that was cutting edge at home on VHS, nigga. That wasn't cutting edge going to the theater to see. You know what I mean? Nah, I ain't here to see that shit. I'm here to see that shit over there, yeah. As soon as they look over there, I disappear. Go and slide into the theater. Go see, what's his name?
Michael J. Fox.
Michael J. Fox. Wow. All right, but here we go. Shekel Mac 10. He ain't even give me a title, man. Shekel, what's the title, man? I played it already. What's the title, man? Come on now. We need a title. He didn't even give a title. Send this shit out at 1 a.m. Don't give a brother a title. But go and check it out, family. Here y'all go. For those that missed it, this is Shekel Mac 10. Giammi House exclusive. You know what I'm saying? Giammi Journey exclusive. Directly from the Giammi House. By way of Grime Life Entertainment. By way of Shekel Mac 10. Right? I mean, years and years and years and years of work, family. I'm trying to tell y'all. You know what I'm saying? You got to be consistent with this. You know what I'm saying? Because your enemy is very consistent. Come on now. Oh, the white man that hit.
Extra, extra, read all about it. Come and take a picture of a live ass Mac, putting it down like this here. You feel me? Now, as I rock the mic, live and direct, for you motherfuckers to feel me on this shit. My sound's profound and prolific, no one can be realer. I'm a giant who's defiant, call me Godzilla. Watch me lean to the side like a Mac would do, or I can come off like a cheap trick and attack you for pissing me off, making me mad. I hate you shady punks for talking too much, pulling out heat. You fools don't amaze me, jump, and it's gonna get rough. Sissy, I had enough, so now I'm calling bluffs. You talk too much, so shut the fuck up as I appear, mad and pissed. I'm having a fit, it's too many haters to deal with. Ain't it a bitch? I see the weak twitch, move some sheep's clothes will switch, and men turn snitch. Time to put a shady ass in the ditch, right? Later on tonight, we gon' hit and get out of sight. Another job complete. That's how I got down when I was in the streets. Thanks to Elijah, there's no more evil. Let me praise to Allah Almighty God who set me free from Satan's misery. You two gon' do your thing, I'm gon' do mine. Fine, you gon' sip some wine. I'm gon' find some other way to spend my time, fixing my room to make them right. I learn from my mistakes, cut off the fake. I keep it real, I'm shedding light. You gon' do your thing, I'm gon' do mine. Fine, you gon' sip some wine. I'm gon' find some other way to spend my time, shaking the devil's grip, staying true to living. It's God-given right, so I fight this wicked government. You feel they came back. I done see what this wisdom is if it's a gang of crack. I was born to be a Mac, professional black, trained for combat. I'll explode on contact. It's best that you duck when I react. I'm writing exact, avoiding the devil's traps. It's hard to relax, living in a world full of demons and rats. He, from out of the Bible I read, that the meek shall inherit the earth, and the strong will lead. As I proceed, your end is near. To my family, friends, and peers, I won't be shedding a tear if you appear to be one of the wicked painters and fakers. Truly you must, in God we trust. The righteous will crush, another heathen go bite the dust. It's tough titty. If you follow the minister Farrakhan, then ride with me. FOY, MGT, fight for freedom, justice, equality. Satan, that ain't no stopping me. I don't owe none of you devils any apology. You two gon' do your thing, I'm gon' do mine. Fine, you gon' sip some wine. I'm gon' find some other way to spend my time, fixing my room to make them right. I learn from my mistakes, cut off the fake. I keep it real, I'm shedding light. You gon' do your thing, I'm gon' do mine. Fine, you gon' sip some wine. I'm gon' find some other way to spend my time, shaking the devil's grip, staying true to living. This is God-given right, so I fight this wicked government. I know they feel me, these devils want me dead, but I ain't giving up. Like you gon' get the truth, you wanna kill me, come and press your luck. Click, clack, buck, buck, I don't give a flying fuck. Run up and get hit with a whole lot of hot stuff, and if I ain't served with enough, I got something for tough, hillbilly type, prejudice devils, tucked in the trunk. You heard him, and all of the rest of them can get it, ain't no discriminating. If you hate my bullets gon' rip it. Remember Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Marcus Garvey, Medgar Evers, Emmett Till. Part of me, you devils kill, remember that. I got heat for those who never pay for old crimes committed back in the past. Now it's time I get in their ass, and no, I ain't forget about you sellout ass. Uncle Tom, school, pitching, bitch made fakes who hate Islam. It's hard to stay calm in the city where the itty bitty die. Only the strong survive. You feel me? You gon' do your thing, I'm gon' do mine. Fine, you gon' sip some wine. I'm gon' find some other way to spend my time, fixing my room to make them right. I learn from my mistakes, cut off the fake. I keep it real, I'm shedding light. You gon' do your thing, I'm gon' do mine. Fine, you gon' sip some wine. I'm gon' find some other way to spend my time, shaking the devil's grip, staying true to living. This is God-given right, so I fight this wicked government. You feel me? You feel me? By
by Shekel Mac 10. My motherfucking brother. Shots out. Blowing up paradigms. Blowing up. The song title is called You Feel Me by Shekel. Shekel, hey man, you need to call in or you need to type in when is the release date, because one of the things we got to start pushing is when somebody is coming up with some creative stuff that is helpful, we need to support. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we trying to build an industry here. This is Giami Journey Media. Listen, we've been doing this a long time now. That brother's been rapping. Matter of fact, when I got shot, I was trying to help him do a video. So it's his fault. It's his fault that I got shot. Because the nigga wanted to rap in the old, dirty, short north. I got shot because of Shekel. So when you see Shekel, you say, thank you, Shekel, for getting Brother Hot Tim shot. It's his fault. God damn it. You know what I'm saying? That's why I get an advance on all of the tracks. And I will see him when he get his first check. Because I want my money. And I want my daddy's records. Chuck, you still there? Shekel. The number is 614-556-4535. Once again, call in number 614-556-4535. And thank you for getting me shot, Shekel. I will never forget you. I was just fucking with y'all. But he was there. He was there. So, and also, Shekel, feel free to drop any other music on me in advance. Shaka, you there?
Yeah, I'm right here, man.
All right, I'm putting the call number in so Shekel can get it. So if you want to call in, but you got anything you want to say about the song?
Hey, let me say this. I like lyrically how let me say it like this. He does triplets with his voice, and it takes a very seasoned artist to keep that going on more than once or twice. Style. And you can tell it's his style, like it's his character, opposed to somebody ghostwriting and stuff like that for him to hear some independent music that is still hungry, if you will, because I think that a lot of us start to be there. Especially, I mean, you know, like I heard from Scarface. I don't know if Shekel has ever heard that comparison, but Scarface is another one that's just his style. You know what I mean? To hit every single time you do it. So I appreciate it.
Hey, that's what I mean. This is Giami Journey Media. I'm not fucking around with y'all. Listen, we on our way. I mean, I got a whole soundtrack. Right? Now, Shekel been getting at me. He wants to remake Revolutionary Minds by Jamal. I just got to get the right artists together to do it so that they can represent from beginning to end. Because I would love to get Ashabu on that track. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, a girl had people crying in the crowd with a rap. Like, goddamn, that was kind of touching. Too bad the girl was a hoe. Good God Almighty. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We need videographers. We need individuals that know how to work these phones, and some of y'all do. Because like I said, one of my goals is either doing an audio soap opera or actually doing a soap opera. I need.
Time out, Patel.
Go ahead.
Okay, Now listen, and this is me. This is me saying, hey, both me and you, if we gonna carry on these titles, all right? Because you talk about Giame Journey Media, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I got Life Matters Entertainment. Well, come to the table to do the work. If the artists and the videographers is not what you need, because like you said, every single one of us has a smartphone that can record something in HD quality. The key is getting people who routinely are working on post-production, production and post-production. So we need to follow the protocol. We need to be able to you and me, our responsibility is to be able to storyboard the shit that we want to have produced. Then when we get the footage, we need some.
What when they did the documentary on me, the girl, the young lady, I think her last name was Mackenzie. She had received those, and a lot of people behind the scenes, we don't even know. They be getting Oscars and shit, and we don't even know it. And some of them, because you right, it's a science to be. They could actually, the proper editor could take any movie you watching right now, and they could change the whole movie to where it wouldn't even be about what you thought it was about.
The way that you regularly do. If I put some moving music behind it and some imagery of your kids while you talking, that will pull some tears in one direction. If I take the same thing you did with the same video footage that we just talked, like a snapshot of you making this real creepy face,
I don't have nothing but creepy faces. I'm sorry. Now, all you gotta do is end it with the brain talking to Pinky. What are we gonna do today? The same thing we do every day, Pinky.
Right.
Try to take over the world. Yeah, man.
Right. So that's what I'm saying, and writing and all of that. 2018 is about to be done with, and these are things that can really weigh in. People are going, families are coming together. You know what I mean? Shit is going viral on an exponential level. You know what I mean? Because not only are people sharing the funny and quirky shit with their families, eventually after dinner or during dinner, they paradigms in their own family unit.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And that's why I'm saying, that's why the one of the things I'm stressing to all Daily Toasters. This is Black Family Day coming up tomorrow. Black Family Day. And shit like that. Go.
Can we eat turkey? Can we still eat turkey? On Black Family Day, is that a thing?
Who? Eat what's ever on the goddamn table if that's what you feel like. But be there for when these discussions pop up. Because Donald Trump and what's going on politically is going to open up a lot of discussions that you can get in. Now, private people know that, hey, they're going to need to talk with you a little bit further. You understand what I'm saying? Because one of the issues is, because I honestly believe that with proselytizing comes slavery. So you got to be very careful about that. You got to into their shit. You know what I'm saying? What comes along with that is slavery. You got to be very clear and very safe about that. Now, I just posted up on my personal timeline. I'm going to go to my personal timeline. I just posted up on my personal timeline. Vendors for the cause of individuals to be in our book. You know what I'm saying? The directory. Because like I said, family, we got to do it. You know what I'm saying? We got to build a directory so people know where to find people. You know what I'm saying?
It's late in the game. But I'm saying a little over 30 days out. Is it possible for us to have a symbiotic cipher at the school? Let's talk about it afterward.
Yeah, because right now, I'm focused on this Kwanzaa piece. Hold on. Now I have to go and I have to find because I just had the ad, and I'm trying to find the ad so I can share with the family out there the cost. Hold on. Shouts out. We got Sakmat Mayat. Shekel Mac 10 is on the line. Shouts out to Sakmat. How you doing? She said, did you say 85 for see, I mean, this what kills me, because we got a lot of nerds in our circle family that be knowing shit like that. You threw out that movie, she said 85. She questioning whether you was right. What did you say? 8 years old. I'm old as hell. Shekel said, here's the
okay. The reason I say, and let me qualify that, because Marty McFly time traveled from 1985, 30 years back to 1955.
That's true. That's true. No, in the first movie?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Shekel said that he's planning to drop this winter. He laughing. Kwame said the song is hot. Shekel Mac 10 said no. I got you. He said that was probably on when I said it's his fault I got shot.
Hey, hold on. Let me say this, man.
Go ahead.
You know, Shekel, hey, I'm going to say this because between artists, I think that it's necessary, so I hope that you're still listening. Like, every time one of my peoples drops something now that I've seen the other side of the game, and what I mean is that the other side of, like, folks that's like getting checks for their music and getting placements for their music. And, you know, the piece is that if you doing it right, I want to know, like, I want to roll with those who've gone through the steps and let me know, like, for example, if we out here making music that's not going through publishing, by the time we telling people that it's dropping, what is it that we really pushing? So I guess what I'm saying is that as independent artists, the one thing that I'm moving into right now is just, you know, really doing the work to move into a diligent nature to make sure that all the support and all the, like, I call it my Ocean's 13. But I feel like my management team, for every single campaign that I drop, it's going to be necessary for all those people to be moving at once to be able to climb and climb and climb, because they all have different roles. So all I'm saying is that you dropping stuff, and if you're doing it right, I want to learn from you.
So you saying,
but if it's something,
we all learn from each other. Man, get to your elevator. You got to do the elevator speech. Nigga, you went all the way around to say, you went all the way around to say, hey, man, we need to learn from each other. Come on, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. You're right.
I'm going to be your interpreter.
What I'm trying to say.
I'm going to be your interpreter. Hold on. He just said, hey, nigga, we need to learn from each other. If you know how to do something, you can show me, and I can show you what I know. Go ahead, Shaka. I'm going to throw something else out so I go and interpret for you.
No, that's it.
Okay. Brother Kwame, he said, when you was talking about who he sound like, he said Face and Pop. You know what I'm saying? Two legends in the game. Tupac, you know, I can hear that. Face, because, you know, I mean, like, you know, really when it comes to legends in the game, you know what I'm saying? You know, I would rather be compared to Face, because Face not only had a long career, but he went through many of the same thing that Tupac did and survived the shit. All right? So, Brother Kwame say, y'all funny as hell. He don't want to cuss. You know what I'm saying? He want to cuss unless it's in person. I understand, Kwame. He said this is the Black Family Weekend. Speaking of that, so of course we got Black Family Day tomorrow, right? I'm warrior training on Kuumba, and then on Imani we got the Emoja Karamu. So yeah, it is the Black Family Weekend, and I'm gonna be kicking it hard. And now tomorrow's show, we will cover the Proverbs and everything in the morning. So those of you that stick around long enough, you know that we're covering everything in the morning, because I don't know what shape I'm gonna be in the evening, because I'm kicking it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not celebrating the shit everybody else is celebrating. It's gonna be people coming to different houses, and I'm gonna be there. And if they want to start some shit and want to have some arguments, I could do that. If they want to have a drink, I could do that. You know, if they want to get on their spiritual or religion, I can do that too. You know what I'm saying? And be respectful.
What if it's a spades game?
Oh, I can't do that. Black folks take spade more seriously than they do religion. I don't play spades. Don't do it. Don't do it. Spades stopped being fun after I played it in the military and everybody was higher ranked, and after that I was on guard duty. They said, "Sit down, we're gonna play." So I don't play. You gonna play spades? Yes, sir. And after they got done with, I'm not playing no more. I don't like. No. I need to learn to play euchre or something. I got to play a white people's game, because white people are more friendlier about their games than black folks, because there is no mercy. If you're losing, the people gonna talk about you, and if you cause the loss, the person that's on your team is gonna talk. I need a black folks don't forgive you if you fuck up a spades game. I don't do that. Don't do it. Want to expose my wife to that shit? Nah. So I'm anti-spades. I'm sorry.
Now let me ask you this. I mean, because of course this is a tradition now, Black Family Day. But when you look at this day and in past years, what one dish did you have to have, or else it wasn't really a holiday?
In the past?
Yeah.
Chitlins, nigga. Chitlins. See, people gotta understand, I choose not to eat pork. I can eat pork. I choose not to. I miss chitlins. I don't give a damn what none of these people say. Chitlins in my family was the shit. You know what I'm saying? I still remember people cleaning them. Well, I still remember the sisters cleaning them. I never had to clean them. I'm quite sure I feel different about it if I had to clean them motherfuckers. But because I was a boy and I didn't have to clean it, all I had to do was bag up and just throw the shit away. Shit, man. Chitlins. It wasn't Thanksgiving if it wasn't no chitlins at the table. And see, and that goes towards the brilliance of my people. Because you could give us the worst part of anything and we will be able to turn it into gold. That's what people don't even understand. You don't even understand that shit. You know what I'm saying? We sitting up here judging that. My people my people made survival possible in impossible situations. There's no reason why we can't get out the situation we in, because this situation is not as bad as when all we had was pig guts to eat. Nobody else would touch them. We figured out how to eat them motherfuckers. Come on now, give me a break. We took a weed, because people don't even realize greens are weeds. We took that shit and we turned it into a delicacy. Give me a fucking break. I go to a Chinese restaurant years ago, and they tell me, we have Chinese greens. You got Chinese greens? Give me some Chinese greens. I sit down and eat. Y'all lying. These mustard greens. Ain't that Chinese about this? Y'all probably got some lorries in the back. Sitting up there lying and shit. These Chinese greens. No. These mustard greens. Come on, man. Black folks, you know what I'm saying? So when you sitting there with black folks, he said I would have rather steam house leaves. I don't understand that one. You got to clarify. Oh. Steam house leaves. Okay, that's Sakmat. I don't know what that means. Can you clarify for me, Miss Sakmat? You know what I'm saying? And it's like I don't eat chitlins now, but I realize, you know what I'm saying? That was one of the things that I really enjoyed, cause the whole teamwork process, the whole family. Cause I remember, I'm old enough to remember real family dinners where the elders would get together and actually prepare the meal it's like it would start the day before. So we would all be going to get ready, or be on my grandparents today, getting everything prepared for the meal before all this quick shit. Because all this quick stuff right now is kind of cutting into like the whole family time. So now we could do Thanksgiving on a given Ujima, and I don't have to struggle with the turkey, or there might not be a problem with the turkey. Going through those dinners when there's problems with certain foods, when it took teamwork to get the food done. It took people having roles and taking responsibilities to make sure that the whole meal worked out right. I was blessed to come up at the end of that time. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, my kids might not never experience that unless we find a way to kind of turn it back, because it took certain things. And one of those things, and I know some of y'all rolling and mad, it was chitlins. One of the teamwork foods was chitlins. So, answer your question, that's that food right there, chitlins. Not that I eat none now, but shit. There wasn't no Thanksgiving if it wasn't no chitlins. Go ahead. Oh, your food. What's yours? What's yours, Shaka? For Black Family Day. Go ahead.
You know what? And this is no lie, man. My grandmother used to make this dish that I presently make today, and it really do take some skill to perfect it. But it's a zucchini and eggplant parmesan.
She would make that for Black Family Day?
Yeah.
Ooh, wait.
This is how cold she was with it.
What color was the sauce? Would it be red sauce or would it be white sauce?
Red. So basically, it's like this: like you fry up the planks of eggplant, and you fry them up. You bread them and fry them, and then you stack them with marinara in between each of them, and then you got your cheese on top. So it's a parmesan, like a veal parmesan, but just with eggplant and zucchini. Man, let me tell you something.
Wait, hold on. Not that Velveeta shit, but the real parmesan. Would she put real parmesan, or would it be that quick shake shit you go to get at the store?
No, I'm talking about she'll have her whole white cheese, like her mozzarella and real parmesan cheese.
So it wouldn't just be parmesan. So she would actually make the cheese topping that she put on top of it.
Right.
Inside of a red sauce.
But if you listen, if you go and you get a chicken parmesan, it's breaded chicken with marinara over the noodles and mozzarella cheese.
Dude, I couldn't even. The only thing red on our table during Black Family Day was cranberry sauce. My fault, beets, because I like beets. My grandmother will make me beets. But ooh, that sound good. You said parmesan. You said an eggplant parmesan.
Zucchini and eggplant.
Zucchini. So would the zucchini be breaded too?
Yes. Let me tell you something, Hot Tim. You take your time with it, and you do it right. That breading and the marinara sauce, it starts tasting meaty as a mug.
Dude, you ain't even got to tell me. I'm sitting up here imagining that. Man.
Yeah.
And that was like a once a year thing for y'all.
Let me tell you something. This is how cold she was. She would make 3 on Easter. And she would put 2 of them in a deep freezer.
Oh.
So when it came around
young
for
folk,
Thanksgiving,
listen, young folk don't know about deep freezers, man. They don't know about no deep freezers. Explain to the young people what a deep freezer is, please, sir. You know what I'm saying? You speaking foreign language. We got people that was 8 years old and 85. Shouts out to Sac Mac. You know what I'm saying? 8 years. Tell them what a deep freezer is. Well, she down south, so I'm quite sure she know. Tell some of these young people what a deep freezer is, sir.
Oh man, come on now! They gotta know what a deep freezer is.
No, you go out.
Man,
listen, our people, our elders needed deep freezers because they couldn't go get shit like we could go get it. You understand what I'm saying? So, like for example, my grandmother in the deep freezer, my grandmother had cheese, government cheese, in one of the deep freezers. So we had government cheese up until probably 87, 88. Because I'm quite sure they stopped giving the shit out in the late 70s, early 80s. We had the cheese, and I be trying to describe the cheese to Cleveland. And you know what? That might have been what made that eggplant taste so good, because I'm quite sure if your grandmother probably used some of that government cheese on that shit, didn't she?
No.
What?
No, let me tell you something.
That's blasphemy, dog.
That was straight for the mac and cheese. That was straight for the mac and cheese. I remember that.
Ooh. Oh.
Yeah.
See, some of these young people,
that.
They don't even know about government cheese, dog. But go ahead.
I'm gonna tell you this. My grandmother, she that was her job when she was younger. Was I guess she was a maid, like she cooked for the white folk and whatnot, and like there was nothing that she ever made that was just like, man. Everything that she made was full of love, and that's the one piece about, like, I don't know if you ever seen like Water for Chocolate, but it has a lot to do with that whole transference of energy of those who. So people would come from other states.
Wait, Shaka. Wait. Hold on. Hold on. Because going back, Char awoke at this brother Kwame. Char awoke at 4 a.m. and was preparing food up until 9 a.m. Who did the dishes? Man, Char made some mac and cheese that's out this world. So this is Kwame talking about his meals right now. Segmet said, that is delicious. Zucchini and eggplant. Ooh wee. Navita said, yo. Calvin, brother Kwame say, we still got a deep freezer. But check this one. Segmet said, we had a deep freezer. Now, this is how you know she had a deep freezer. A real deep freezer. The kind a whole body can fit in. You remember those motherfuckers, right?
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My grandmother had maybe 2, possibly 3 of those. I don't remember
a deep freezer that was smaller. That was smaller than that.
You look at you. Have you seen those deep freezers they got now? They can fit in the corner? Oh, shit.
No.
Oh, wait, hold on. And then on top of that, check this out. This is real old school. Somebody tell me about the pantry.
Oh.
Did your grandparents have a pantry?
Yeah. Yeah. Now, oh man, I was getting at something good.
We'll go ahead. Go on, get back to it. I just threw out the pantry I had because it was a brain fart. But go ahead. Since we talking about Black Family Day and pantry. But go ahead.
I'm saying like, it don't matter how many years go past. It's probably if the deep freezer was downstairs right now, it would be stuff in there that was older than me. charged me an ice cream sandwich from 1985.
That shit crazy, ain't it? It's crazy. I mean, the shit that, but you know, since you talking about old food, like I said, the old-fashioned pantry. Not that new shit that they put in these houses. The somebody tell me about an old-fashioned pantry that's out there. Navita says she got a deep freezer. All right, somebody out there tell me about a pantry. I'm going to tell you about my grandmama's pantry. Go ahead. I'm waiting. See, because she would pull stuff out the pantry for Black Family Day. All the new ones is small. Segment talking about those freezers. And maybe even those pantries. Because if your listen, and y'all get mad at me, it's not a pantry if it's on the second floor. It's a fucking closet. Okay? I'm just letting y'all know. I'm just letting you know. If you have a pantry that's up on the second floor, it's a closet. It's not a pantry. I'm just saying. Some of y'all get mad at me if you want to. Right? Because I'll tell you about a pantry. My grandmother had a pantry that literally had food that she had been storing prior to my birth. That we find, we still got, part of my family still got the house. I don't know what my cousin using it for. She might still have old jars of shit down there right now that my grandmother can. You know what I'm saying? Somebody tell me about the pantry. She said my great grandma had a pantry, old and covered in ice, packed in a corner. My friend Lisa has a pantry. Segment said yes. Because if it's on the second floor, it's not a pantry. People like, go to the pantry. I'll be like, okay,
hey man,
I'm on my way to the basement. I'm going to the basement in a corner where it's all brick around and you got to walk in and it's always cooler than the rest of the house. That's a pantry. This shit with air cooled, that's not a pantry. It's a closet. You can put furs and shit in there. Actually, you can put furs in the real pantry. But go ahead.
Hey, we had in my grandmother's house, and I'm gonna post this picture of me and my cousins, standing next to our pinball machine. We had an Evel Knievel pinball machine, and in the backyard, he had a pear tree. Had wild strawberries. All of the trees were fruit-bearing trees, and she had a garden on the hill. So, and to get on to the hill, you had to walk up the stairs through the grapevine. And so I remember all the things that came out of them grapes. I remember blueberry dumplings. Man, blueberry dumplings.
I didn't like them. I didn't like it, but my grandma used to make that too. But go ahead. I didn't like it.
Oh, man. It was the peach cobbler.
Oh, dog, and the real work that went into making real peach cobbler. Oh, you know what I'm saying? I can't eat this fake shit. I can't do it.
Right. Oh man.
You know what I'm saying? That's where the pantry came in, because they would get real peaches in the summertime and they would store them so they would be able to make something later. So it's almost like they plan, like you said, your grandma would plan the holidays in advance. So she would make 3 or something on one holiday, freeze them, and would remember where they were and go get them on the other holiday. Oh. See, this is what I'm talking about, Black Family Day. It's like being able to go through and unpack what we went through. Our grandparents, those of us that really got, that got older grandparents or great-grandparents, they went through a time where they really had to really struggle for those meals. So they had to really, when they got the tools, they really knew how to use a refrigerator. We don't really know how to use it. They really knew how to use a freezer. They were freezing shit because they came through a time where there was nothing there. They knew how to use a pantry. You know what I'm saying? Because they came through a time when all that you could get was gonna be in that pantry. So it was almost part of the budget to be able to put stuff away like that. And we lost that. We lost that. You know what I'm saying? That was a sense of independence because really, we could, as a family, we could have ate off the pantry for maybe a month.
Right.
And the freezer. All we had to do was keep it closed. They could have cut off all the power and stuff. All that cheese she had in one of those freezers. Oh my God. OJ, go down there and give me one of those cheeses.
Remember powdered milk?
Oh, who you telling, man? Come on, dog. He said, shut your mouth. Some real peach cobbler. Look, eat. You know what I'm saying? Navita said, pinball machine. She said, rich nigga shit. Hey, I ain't want to say it. Thank you, Navita.
Hey, but let me tell you, to qualify that, let me tell you something. My grandfather was a carpenter since he was 13. So for him to have a house in Cleveland Heights back then was some big ball shit. Now, piece is that the way he worked, like sometimes we get like all these hostess treats, like boxes of hostess treats. Sometimes we get like Cheez-Its and whatever. Because the piece is that like the delivery man.
Are you talking about?
He was working.
Are you talking about when you say cheese?
He was bartering.
Right. Are you talking about the cheeses, the ones that was like fake cheese wrapped up in a little plastic? Or you talking about something else when you say cheese?
No, I'm talking about the crackers.
Okay.
I'm talking about the crackers and all the treats that you get from Hostess.
Okay.
Like, he was doing work for people, and part of the deal is that they would give him. So that's how we came across that pinball machine. Is that he did some work for somebody, and he got these grandkids that don't do nothing but stare at the TV all day long. And it's like he brought us that. And he brought us ping pong. We had a ping pong table downstairs. Downstairs was basically the rec room. It was me, JW, sister, and then 3 of them. So it was 6 of us all in the same house, coming up
Your house sound like my house,
and
your house sound like my grandparents' house. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo. And you know what? They don't even build houses like that no more. Where you could actually have 6 people in a goddamn house, and somehow everybody got a bed, a space, and a bed. I remember, my grandmother's house had 2 bedrooms in the attic. Well, it's still there. 2 bedrooms in the attic. A big closet split between those 2 bedrooms. Had 1, 2, 3 bedrooms on the second floor. And the basement at one point in time served as a bedroom. And somehow we had a whole bunch of people living up in there. My grandmother kept that mug neat. And I was like, wow. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy. And with a pantry, I mean, it was, and I'm like, damn, that 5 bedroom. And my cousins was raised up in there, Leisha and Ab. I lived up there. I had uncles that lived up there. We had people that came from down south that lived in there. So that house, matter of fact, that house saw 4 generations of my family.
Right.
Actually, maybe even served a 5th generation of my family. Oh, man.
Hey, let me tell you something, man. I mean, my grandmother passed in 2012. And I'ma just say, like, she retired on the babysitting thing when my generation kids started having kids, right? So I'm thinking, like, you look at it, she raised her own kids, my dad, and then raised me and my cousins. And by the time Diamondwood came around, she was slowly coming off of that. Like, you can't just drop them off at Big Mama's house no more. You know what I mean?
Right.
But we had her all that time. All that time, she did she did what she came here to do.
She made it happen.
You know what I mean?
They make it happen.
Yeah.
That's the generation of making it happen. You see, and see, we try to fit our reality into how America keep their time. That was one thing I was going to talk about. We try to keep our time like America keep their time, but as black people, we had times too. We had generations. They talk about the greatest generation. You know what I'm saying? We need to really look at some of our grandparents and some of our great-grandparents. And really, we need to name that generation because they did some incredible shit. And especially from where they came from, when these motherfuckers come up with, like, Jeff Bezos or Bloomberg, and you hear their rags to riches story, you know what I'm saying? I can't respect that shit. Because they really didn't know rags. When my people really knew rags. You know what I mean? Literally knew rags. And took those rags and took those scraps and built a life that was able to support comfortably their children, their grandchildren, and their great-grandchildren. Comfortably. You know what I'm saying? And it's like,
Right.
That's some shit that need to be documented, and that's some shit in the sense we might need to even go back to, because it's like, man, listen, all the stories me and my sister could tell, and all the stories that me and my cousin, you know what I'm saying, it all centered around a house, a territory that was ours. Or at least that we was able to kind of inherit. And even up to this point, one of my cousins has inherited that shit. A house that we all experience. You know what I'm saying? On Black Family Day. People call it Thanksgiving and stuff like that. But, a house. And if we want to build a tribe, we got to get, in a sense, like you said, that territory. Brother Kwame said there were 7 of us in our Illinois house, and we all seemed to fit in it. It was torn down, and we went back to see the spot upon which it sat. And man, I don't know nor understand how we all fit in that small spot in a house. You know what I'm saying? It's like shit. Me and Ebony, I shared a room with Ebony, which is my younger cousin. I shared a room with Ebony and don't even remember being bothered by the shit. For years. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I don't remember having no issues. I don't remember arguing over what went on the walls and shit like that. And I'm like, we live in somebody else's reality. We're living in somebody else's time. We're documenting time and documenting how children grow up by another people's standard, which is why we're fucking up our kids. And we're fucking up our own lives. I didn't have a room of my own. Damn, I still don't got a room of my own. Until I got to college. Even when I got to college. You know what I'm saying? And then, I got a room finally. My fault, I had a room with my mom when I lived with my mom. When I moved in with my grandparents, I had to surrender all that shit.
You had a room at the house too.
Oh, okay. Oh, real life here, Gianni Journey. Little black Gina trying to check somebody.
That's Sarah's room.
But go ahead, man. I mean, a lot of that
Hey,
shit.
man. Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it just took me way, way back, man.
I mean, Black Family Day, that's what it's for. That's what it's supposed to do. Black Family Day. You come, y'all discuss y'all family, your past, right? Actually saluting those ancestors. Leave a space open for your ancestors to join the conversation as you bring them up. You know what I'm saying? Well, we had some beautiful holidays over there, some beautiful Black Family Days. I had, over my people, actually, what's crazy is that my family is almost like it's matrilineal because my grandfather never had a house. It was always my grandmother's house. All the property belonged, in a sense, to my grandmother. It was matrilineal. You know what I'm saying? You can see some of our traditions coming up in how we did shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting up here like, boom, I can identify that my family was basically matrilineal. You know what I'm saying? The child belonged to the mother, not to the father. I belong to my mother's side. Because I had to tell my son one time, my son said, I'm a Brown. I said, actually, where's you? You are Ellis. You know what I'm saying? If me and you go to the Ellis reunion, you will see. You know what I'm saying? But in my mother's side, the child belongs to the mother's side, not the father's side. Not belittling any other traditions and stuff like that, and big ups to my father's side of the family. But in the way that I was raised, like for example, all my kids, you know what I'm saying, they real close with my mom. And I mean, including Wisdom, very close with my mom because all the kids belong to the mother's side. You know what I'm saying? I guess I'm not the mother. So my mom is just different. I don't know. But it's matrilineal. Let me just say that shit. And just shut up on that. But any other comments? Because y'all been, Brother Kwame back. There were 5 of us boys living in the house and 4 of us slept in one room. Sleeping 2 to a bed. And the oldest brother got a room to himself. 2 sisters who shared a room. And I forgot my mom who had her own room. Navita, family question. Go ahead, ask the question, Navita. I'm trying to keep up with y'all. And shouts out to Navita for checking us out on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all should try that. Y'all get a ding when you sign up for YouTube, which will relieve me of the stress that I'm feeling about this superphone. Since they want to play me.
So what's going on with that again?
Man, Superphone, well, make a long story short, Superphone is starting to charge me for every post that I make. So I haven't been making any posts with Superphone, so I got to decide on whether or not I'm going to get rid of their ass. But I can't get rid of them during Kwanzaa season. So they hit me with this change right during Kwanzaa season. Now, I've been sending out shit every day. Almost a year now? Since January? Almost every day. Then all of a sudden they put a change on it. And check this out. You ready for this, Shaka? Now, this that Kanye West super nigga, we all the same bullshit. So they go from, because you had it for a while. They started with the 1995 plan. They phased out the 1995 plan and went to the $99 plan. Right? So now the $99 plan, I've been doing everything I've been doing on it. And you know what I'm saying? Every now and then we'll go over $99. But anyway, so now, here we go. That Kanye West, we all the same. You know what I'm saying? Slavery was a choice, mind state. Here because Ryan Leslie is very much like that nigga Kanye West. He go from a $99 plan. You know what the next level plan is, Shaka? You ready for this? You
Go
ready?
ahead.
It jumped from $99 to $4.99.
Stop playing. Wait.
No, I'm not playing.
What do you?
I'm not playing. You know what I'm saying? This is the shit we dealing with. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers who make a little bit of money is dealing with the rest of the world like everybody making money. They're not looking at the statistics. They're not seeing that the fact that the black family is, the median income of the black family is 17. You know what I'm saying? The median wealth is $1,700, not income. Don't get me wrong.
Okay. So now we get there, but let's revisit the whole shenanigans because that's the Kansas City. That's the Kansas City shuffle. It's like
he's called. He got a name for it. Go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, sleight of hand. However, because the piece is that you get into this whole thing of Ryan Leslie. You get into the characterization of the product, right?
Right.
And you put his because he's a such and such grad, and because he's this type of engineer, whatever. Beyond him making his music money, it's like that's how I was introduced to him. So it's like, So I go and I listen, and he's like, yo, I want to have that personability, and the personability is what drove the whole idea to me. And the piece is that if you remember, he said that, eventually everyone who has Superphone will get a call from me. And
a text.
As long
a text. That? A text. He ain't say a call, he said text.
A text?
Yeah. He ain't never said call, he said a text.
Okay.
Which I got. He didn't lie about that.
I mean, is that right?
Oh yeah.
I never got it.
Oh yeah.
I never got it.
Yeah. I mean, no, you need to really pay attention to it because it comes through your Superphone. But you got direct access to him, right? But the issue is, how do you go from $99 to $4.99?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Unless you're living in a reality that does not fit a lot of the people that, you know what I'm saying? I'm not part of the reality in which he's able, in which he's trying to reach. Obviously.
No,
we're not.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Oh yeah, that's very ridiculous. That's very ridiculous. You know what I mean?
That's beyond ridiculous.
You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting up here, you don't even give me an option.
Shout out, DJ. Yeah, man. It's that's I mean, listen, and here's the piece. So the reason I say that is that we get into the whole idea of what, how innovative it is. Man, listen, what he did, now that it's been done, IT folk or programmers, I hear that it's a trend for them to outsource to folks in India or a place like, you know what I mean?
Right.
We could build the same thing for the amount of money that you're talking about investing to keep that service on. For less than $4.99, you can get a programmer to handle that.
Hold on. You're right. So now we got a question. Sister Navita say, family question. How do you, at age 50, handle an elder in a community that is rude with their tongue? You confront them head on. Are you wrong if you practice reciprocity and be rude back? Now, let me say this. You're going to have elders that are rude. But any individual, young or old, if they are rude, they have to be able to deal with the consequences of their actions. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like you could be respectful and check somebody. You know what I'm saying? Or, unless it's absolutely necessary, you don't have to fuck with them. I'm just saying. Right, family? Because this the piece. One of the beautiful things about the way we tribe building, you get to pick your tribe. Right? Motherfucker rub you wrong, There's ways to eliminate that motherfucker to at least teach them a lesson, or you could go and check them directly. You ain't gonna talk to me like that. See, and then on top of that, sometimes we need to ask for credentials. What makes you an elder? You know what I'm saying? Nigga, let me see your pedigree. Please. You know what I'm saying? What make you an elder? Because sometimes we got individuals sliding into our circles claiming some shit that they're not. You are older. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to get in your shit. You don't got nothing. See, because you could be rude with me if you got something I want. If you got something that I need. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, in education, sometime in order to get the knowledge, you have to really humble yourself and empty yourself out so that you could go and learn the lesson that you need to learn. But if you ain't got shit to give me, you ain't got shit mentally, physically, spiritually to give me, and you just rude because you have this piece, get the fuck up out of my face. And really, right. I mean, that's how you handle that, right? Listen. And then on top of that, at 50, you are at a stage where you're moving into eldership. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you don't have to take that bullshit. You could check them, or you could go and eliminate them totally from your circle. I ain't got to, hold on, time out. You ain't got, see, because check this out. This is why in Giambi we say we make our own elders, or we accept our own elders, because you got so many people that are just squeezing in on what some of our elders in the past have done. They have not put in the work, so and they have nothing to give you. Listen, sometime to get into an elder's good graces, you have to be initiated. But if they don't have nothing to offer you, a value, you ain't got to take their shit. Go on. You go and talk to them. You know what I'm saying? And this is why sometimes I might disappear for years and shit. Nah, on that bullshit. You can't do. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I got. See, because I had the pleasure of being blessed with elders that would be like, look, I got something for you. And they would prove and show and prove. I got elders that would fly me across the country, fly me around the world, that would set up situations for me where I would be able to do incredible things and prove and show and prove and represent. Then I come back and I'm dealing with elders that can't do shit for themselves. So, now you want to prove yourself by being rude to me. Let me see your credentials. What have you done for anybody? Where your kids? You understand what I'm saying? I mean, like, because I really, sometimes, like I said, for me, sometimes the conflict is not worth it. Because, like I said, a warrior is one who is experienced or involved in conflict. And because I have spent my life in conflicts, I know I believe I know when conflicts are worth getting in and when they're not worth it. Because I don't believe in Pyrrhic victories. Where I slay everything and slay everybody on my team and win a victory, but then the next time a battle come, I ain't got nothing left. So sometimes some battles is just not worth going through. So you can just remove yourself from that individual. You can stay in a group and not talk to somebody. I don't feel you. You know what I'm saying? Everybody should have a certain decorum. Everybody should have a certain respect for everybody in the circle. And if they got something that you need and you being initiated into their trust and you being initiated into their life, well, however, you're clear on that and you're going to work towards it. But if they ain't got shit to offer you or offer anybody else, you ain't no goddamn elder.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
And like I said, go ahead, bro. I don't run my mouth.
Especially I think the primary piece is functionality. If there's anybody, if there's anyone who comes who doesn't serve an intentional role or function within the folk to whom you dwell with, They're a liability.
If you don't
Period.
represent the culture that you claim, you don't deserve to carry its name. This is Giami Journey Media. Is that what you're saying? If you don't represent the culture that you claim, you don't deserve to carry its name. You know what I'm saying? I mean, ever since I was from 21 on, a lot of elders I ran into provided me with means of taking care of myself and taking care of my family. Now we got a whole bunch of individuals that can't help me with neither one. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
if they don't have wisdom, if they don't have the wisdom to give you that you need to, you know what I'm saying? They don't have nothing to give you, then you got to ask the question, are you really an elder? I don't give a fuck who you was chilling with or who you was fucking when you was young. I don't care about that. That don't affect me right now. You don't have nothing to give me. You don't have no knowledge. You can't even get me beyond where you are. So you have to ask those questions. But then there's elders that have stuff that you need, and most of them that do will approach you in a way where you understand you and their relationship.
Right. And you know what's so interesting, man, is that like back in the day when I was in high school and during the years that I was actually in foster care and was really just trying to find my, I felt like, trying to find my staff, an established clan or fam or whatever. The people who paid me most attention, I remember brothers who saw that I was going through some different stuff and would pull me aside and would chop it with me on the level on the conversations that we into today.
She says
and looking back, it was a custodian named Mr. Bay.
Uh-oh. The custodian, huh?
Right. Right.
And his name was Bay? B-E, Mr. Bay?
Mr. Bay, yeah, B-E-Y.
You know you're going to have some Moors calling up in here, right? I'm just saying. You about to cause some problems on Giami Journey here. Told you. I told you. Was he a white guy or a black guy?
Man. I remember he taught me a very valuable lesson because here's the thing, is that Mr. Bay was the only other person in the world that would see me on a daily basis. Let's see, school started, homeroom bell rang at 8 o'clock, I think. Me and my girlfriend made it to school every single day at 6:15 because it was the only time we could feel that. So we stole the morning from my world. I came from where I came from. She came from where she came from. And every morning we meet downtown, and so he was the first person. He saw the rhythm of my relationship, and I remember when we was going through it, the whole rhythm of my day changed, and he was the one to see that and experience. Like, he see me in the music modules writing sad songs and shit. So he pulled me aside and was like, I want you to and he always blessed me with an oil, right? But he said, brother, I want you to read this book. And even if you don't get to read the book, just understand the concept of what I'm trying to get you to understand is how to gain her without losing yourself.
Wow. Was that the name of the book, or that's what he told you?
That's what he told me.
See, that's some elder shit right there.
Right?
Damn.
How to maintain? How to maintain a healthy relationship with yourself, with her, is first having that. So he led me to my first I mean, my first trial in self-mastery, I mean, intentional trial. You understand? Because I had to understand that in terms of the duality of who I am within a relationship. And I think that once again, you know, going to Columbus and meeting my ex-wife at 19, we didn't know each other, let alone know ourselves. So I think that while I was trying to, you know, I just didn't understand where I was in my own world. You know what I mean? And I think that that's what's so important in the whole rites of passage piece, is that it gives us some kind of milestone saying this is where you at, and this is, you know, and this is the standard, you know, the standard of your tribe.
Brother,
you understand?
Yusef, the incense man from Akron, he said need a manual on qualification for elders. And I will push back on it and say, we don't need a manual. What we need is more elders. Listen, you know an elder by what they do. Like he talking about an elder that dropped wisdom on him, right? You know, an elder at the stage of eldership, we should be giving back. You know an elder, they're giving back. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you be falling short on a community project and the elder pop up and be like, yo, here's $200. Yeah, hold on, where you get this $200? Yeah, ask me no question, you little young punk. You want the money or not? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I went over Nomos one time. I was so mad at my dad one time, and I was mad as hell at my dad. This even before Cleve was born. No, Cleve was born, but Cleve was in Ghana. So I was mad at my dad, and I went to go, and somehow I ended up over Nomos because he would have boxes because he would do the food boxes that, you know, and this was part of the income piece. So I would go over there and I would sit down with him, and Nomo would be like, "What's wrong with you?" I said, "Man, my pop's getting on my goddamn nerves. I'm about to, I was mad. I'm about to bust this motherfucker up over the head. He came into my house and he tripping and shit." He said, "What you and your dad arguing over? You better not touch your dad." I said, hold on. I said, hold on, wait. He said, "Listen, what is you need some money?" And I just paid him. He like, "Look, you need some money?" I mean, is this about money? I said, "No, it's not about money." He said, "You don't need no money?" Cause he pulled out the money he had and said, "You need some money. Cause you don't need to be having beef with your dad." I'm like, "No, okay, I hear you. I don't need your money." He said, "All right, cool." He said, "What y'all beefing over?" You know, and I start talking about, he said, "So y'all beefing over a goddamn TV or some shit like that?" Okay, now unplug that TV, take that TV. I said, "Man, I don't need your TV." He said, "You and your dad beefing over a goddamn TV. Essentially what y'all beefing over is a TV. You better not touch your dad. You better not have no beef with your dad. You better not disrespect your dad. I don't give a fuck how you feel about him or where he was in your life, right?" And that's what he gave me. Right there. Elder, boom. All right, boom, elder. He had already invested in me. So we don't need a manual. You know your elders because your elders invest in you. Gaylord invested in me. Dr. Kelsey invested in me. Elder Shedrick invested in me. I got all these elders. I got Dr. Kelsey invested in me. You know what I'm saying? No more exim. You know elders in your life because they invested in you. So when all these new ones pop up, you need to look around and see who they invested in. If they're not investing in you, they better be investing in somebody in your community. Somebody need to be able to step up and be like, they invested in me. It don't have to always, it ain't always about money. So you don't need a manual for eldership. You need people to be able to step up and say, this person invested in me. You know what I'm saying? It ain't that hard. If they're not investing, and I'm gonna even throw another caveat. They're investing not only in you, but they're investing in their own children, but they're investing in people outside of their bloodline. They're investing in the nation. They're investing in the tribe. You want eldership. That's That's how you determine it. And it don't take no manual. It don't take no rules because motherfuckers can manipulate that shit. What you need to see is how this motherfuckers invested in us. How they making us better. How they making this individual better. You can even look at the individuals around them. How they making them better so that they can serve the tribe. So we don't need no manual. We just need to look and be honest with ourselves about what's going on. Are you investing? No one invested in me. See, so for me, forever be an example of an elder. Gaylor invested in me. Dr. Dolly invested in me. Dr. Kelsey invested in me. So I tell the story.
I got a question.
Go ahead.
Is a sugar daddy an elder?
You make me sick. I guess so. I guess so. You know what I'm saying? I guess he invested in you. In several ways. You know what I'm saying? He's breaking it off and I guess he invested in you. So if that is where see, but now this is the question. Is he invested in your tribe? Is the way he invested in you making you a better person to be able to serve your people? If the answer is yes, then by all means, I guess a sugar daddy could be. I never had a sugar daddy.
Me neither.
All my daddies was broke. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But they had access to resources and to a level of information I didn't have and a level of patience that I didn't have. Even though a lot of them probably shot a couple of motherfuckers when they was younger. Just being honest. I'm just saying. You know?
Right.
You know, so we got to be real because, like I said, eldership, you don't need a manual. You just need to look at the individual's investment portfolio. How many young people have they invested in? How many nation builders have they invested in? What in the community have they invested in? And you got to identify the elders. Because where a person spends their money is where they worship. An elder worships the people. Very simple. You know what I'm saying? Very simple. They're wise enough to know that it's about investing in people. Even if they're in the church, even if they invest in the people, because if they believe in Jesus, they're going to invest in young people to carry that message. If they're going to invest in black consciousness, they're going to invest in the motherfuckers to carry that on because that's what it's about, because they know that they are closer to death than they are to living a long life. So they're going to invest in the young people to carry the message. If they're not doing that, then no, they're not an elder. They're older. You just a motherfucker getting older, wasting time, spending money on yourself, spending time on yourself. Come on, man. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So Aesop the instant man, my brother, we don't need a manual. We just need to check a motherfucker's investment portfolio. Who they investing in? And then as nation builders, we gotta ask ourselves, who are we investing in? So that we can move gracefully into the stage of eldership. See, because one of the things that we institute in Giami is, like, for example, I'm at 50 now. In order for me to move to the next level in the ranking system, which would put me in the eldership. If you look here, all of the beads are black. That's the nation builder phase. When all the beads are green, when you got 3 of them green and one another color, 3 greens in a row means eldership. In order for me to get to eldership, I got to prove my investment portfolio. I got to be voted in. You can't just become an elder in Giame. I'm setting this up so that I won't have no issues in the future. I could be dead and gone. The motherfucker that will be able to claim an eldership in Giame will have been voted in by the group. Period. So you can't just be of age. You have to be able to influence enough people where in a private ballot they'll be able to say, like, yeah, he deserved to be an elder. His motherfucker been grinding a long time. So my eldership is not dependent on my age. My eldership is dependent on the people around me to be like, boom, this is what we're going to give you. We think that you deserve that. And that won't be, I won't even be eligible for that for about another 5 to 10 years. So I'm still kicking it as an
Did I see something in the genomic feed about a 3-year-old king?
Probably. Oh, yeah. 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 That was, we got somebody angry calling in. I can hear by the way that it done. Yeah. We put something on there. There was a Nigerian young king who was 3 years old and he was raised as a king. But somebody else on the line. Who on the line? What's going on? This is Gianni.
I'm taking a quick break at work, so I'll find out where I'm going to sit my butt at. Let's see. Where am I going to sit? Anyway, on the elders piece that you guys were talking about, my question, which I said before, was about, even if they I don't know if they put in work in the community, but they say they have, and other people seem to believe they have because they keep the company of other,
right,
quote unquote, elders in the community.
Right.
Okay. But I see this elder on a regular basis, and not only, and at first I'm like, is it just, well, no, I wasn't. It's not just a me thing. They're known for it. They're known for it. And it's getting to the point, I'm the type of person, I might not say nothing at first, and I'll start saying maybe little stuff. And then if you keep on, then I'm like, you know what? You really need to shut the fuck up. And I don't want it to get to that point to where I'm cursing at the elder, but then I also struggle with the reciprocity thing, like if you're going to be rude to me, then why can't I be rude to you no matter who? I mean, you're not that much older than me to where I would look at you and be like, oh, you old and decrepit, you don't know what's going on up there no more. I'm just going to let that go because that's not the case. You very well, in my opinion, and other non-elders that I've talked to about it are having the same issue. So that's why I'm like, well, what do you do about that?
Now, Navita, I'm going to say this. I'm going to go first, Shaka, because you're going to take long and I'm going to have to interpret your shit. Let me say this. You have to, once again, what is their investment portfolio? If they are elder, the question is, who have they mentored? Really? I ain't talking about over the last 3 months. I'm talking about over years.
Yeah, I mean, they've done things quite a bit. I wasn't around, but they have talked about it on several occasions that they were involved in a lot of things like rites of passage programs
cool.
and for ladies and things like that.
All right, listen. For me, all right, cool. All right, you worked on committee shit. Where's your investment? What's your investment portfolio? I mean, my issue is you mentioned my eye. You mentioned my eye, reciprocity. So if you rude to me, I can be rude to you. If you get on my goddamn nerves, I'm gonna get on your goddamn nerves. You understand what I'm saying? So,
excuse me. But I think I'm gonna take your one piece of advice, and I'm definitely going to, like you said, even though I may be around them, I'm just going to do my best. And now I'm going to kind of act like they're not there.
That they're not there.
I don't have to have you in my
don't count.
Like you said.
I'm thinking I have a good idea who you may be talking about. You know what I'm saying? No, really. And like I said, with certain things, like for example, you will find a lot of fake elders in study groups.
Okay.
This is why.
Okay, they are in the study group.
Oh, hold on. Listen, from my experience, right? Because these motherfuckers like to find shit that's wrong and talk about it, but never do shit. You know what I'm saying? And then they will bask in the glow of the work of other elders because they were in the vicinity when this elder did the shit. This is same street shit. You know what I'm saying? It's sort of like the kid on your playground when you was little that was related to everybody, that after you made it to 5th grade, you found out they wasn't related to anybody. And the only thing that kept you from kicking their ass from kindergarten all the way up to 5th grade was the fact that they were supposed to relate to everybody, but the only time you heard about their relations is from their mouth. You never heard it from anybody else's mouth. My issue is people have to be able to either show their portfolio. When I come at people, they can see my portfolio. You can see the young people that I'm working with. You can see the middle-aged people that I'm working with. And you can see some of the elders that I'm working with. I got a fucking portfolio. My portfolio speaks for itself. The work that you're doing speaks for itself. So.
Okay, but this is a question. If there's other elders that see this elder displaying this behavior, isn't it their responsibility as a elder to address that?
No, now, this is the issue. Now, they're not rude to me. They're rude to you. So I don't give a fuck.
No, they're rude to everybody.
Well, hey, listen. Now, if they're in a group and they're allowed to be rude to everybody, right? You have a choice. See, because check this out.
Have their opinion.
Check this out.
Or disagrees with them. They're rude to anybody that has a different opinion.
I came to a study group, and you asked me why I never been back. Well, actually, you never asked me. You asked me if I'm going to stop through. I stop through and I get some oil. I stop through and I say peace to y'all and I keep it moving. Because once some shit was done in a meeting when I was there and I saw what was going on, I wasn't going to have any parts of it. Because I'm not going to be held hostage. I'm not going to allow people to just deal with me in certain ways. I'm very nice. I'm very forgiving. But I also know when there's people that's going to stop me from progress that I know that I need to make. I'm not on that shit. Whether you could, and everybody could call you an elder. But if you don't have your crew, where is your crew? An elder is like a don. You know what I'm saying? If we want to get on some gangster shit, an elder is like a don. Where is your crew? Did all of them die in service to the nation, to the tribe? If you by yourself, you know what I'm saying? How is that eldership? Listen, let me tell you about one. Nomo would decide he gonna do a motherfucking food co-op, and people he would call and make you come and help him. If he didn't have it, I need help.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yes, sir.
You know what? I'm going to have to go. This is my son. Sorry.
All right, you handle your business. And I didn't have a sugar mama.
Don't worry. I'll go ahead and fill in.
Go ahead, fill in. Go and answer the question, Shaka.
Okay, so the question that I have for the people in the air right now is this.
I want a mix.
If you knew somebody back in the day and you knew the rhythm or their character, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're reintroduced to you later on and by a different name that denotes eldership. But they serve no function to you and the people in your world. Do you feel obligated, number one, to call them that, and number two, to treat them as something different as what you've experienced in the past?
Now, I would say that you have an obligation as the benefit, to give them the benefit of the doubt, because maybe there has been an actual transformation. But eldership is something that you just don't age into.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Yes, age is associated with it, but because you're 65 and this man or this woman who's been on the grind their whole life is 65, y'all are not equivalent. Like I said, once again, an elder is like a don. They are a shot caller. I have had several. I mean, it's incredible. I have had several occasions. Like I pissed Gaylord off at one camp, and Gaylord Thomas said a few words to me that had me sitting on my bunk crying like a little kid. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, just about the fact that they have an influence that is real. It ain't theoretical. It ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm physically stronger than you. I'm quicker than you right now. But I have so much respect for you that anything that you ask me to beat up a brick, you ask me to chop. You asked me to chop down a goddamn tree. You asked me to fly into the middle of a city where I don't even know where I'm going to be picked up, and I'm going to do that shit. Literally. This ain't no fantasy shit. This is real. So when we talking about eldership, we got to understand you are supposed to be a shot caller. So who can you call on the phone and make some shit happen? Nomo could barely move, but he would be able to put together boxes. He would have people that would report to put boxes together so that he can go and push them off. And he would be able to stop at your house in the car, call you in the middle of wintertime, tell you to come out and get the box, and be like, when you gonna have the money? I don't need this goddamn box. I ain't asked you. You always need fruits and vegetables. I ain't asked you how you feel. I asked you when you gonna have my money for the box. Yes, sir. I'll get it to you tomorrow. I'll drop it off at your crib tomorrow. What's complicated about that? Elders are shot callers because you have lived long enough. You have built with people long enough where they trust your judgment, where they trust what you do, so that when you make that call, you have people to do it. Whether it's in some people right or wrong. If you're not a shot caller, then you have to question your elder ability. Are you really an elder? Or are you just an older? Are you just somebody that aged out?
That was so easy.
I'm saying, come on now. I'm just saying, so if that person is that it has changed their name, Shaka, and they present you know them as Black Diamond on the pole, but all of a sudden she did 65, and you ain't see her for 15 years, and all of a sudden you go up into one of these groups, and she's elder Nzinga and shit. You look at her and you be like,
right.
You got to give her the benefit of the doubt and see what shots she calling. You calling shots? I am so sorry. I should have tipped you more when you was on the pole. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying, dog. You too, sir. You have a great weekend.
Thank you. You too.
So, you too. So, I'm like, man, it's just ridiculous with what some people, the disguises that people wear, and we got to stop giving people the ability to just put on the disguise of who we are, and then be like, yo, I'm 59, and I suddenly came into. No, that's not allowed.
Right.
You initiate, goddammit. You are at the initiate level. You are old initiate. That's what you are. You are old royalty. That's what you are. See, this is why, like I said in Giame, in order to get to those levels, you got to be voted in. We got to check your portfolio. You don't just walk up and be like, yo, I'm sick. No, you don't get no stool. Who gonna carry the stool for you? If I gotta make somebody carry the stool for you, you're not an elder. If I gotta make somebody do what you tell them to do, you're not an elder. You understand what I'm saying? But if you have an influence over me,
you just reminded me.
Go ahead.
You reminded Joe Little from the Rude Boys and Frank McComb having a conversation about Gerald Levert. You know Gerald Levert, right?
A shot caller.
And,
a shot caller. But go ahead.
Right. Now, he used to do this thing. He used to fall on his knees on a certain part of one of the songs, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was a part of the show. And he was getting infections in his knees. Come showtime, it was this particular musician's responsibility to make sure that it was a pillow right over by the monitor. So when he fall on his knees, he don't hurt his knees no more.
Right.
And Joe Little said he was on stage one day and was like, "Hey, where the pillow at?" And the pillow wasn't there. And Gerald Levert turned to the audience. He said, after he did the song and whatnot, was like, "Hey, I want y'all to give it up to the guitarist." Everybody clapped for the guitarist. He's like, "Because this is the last time you go see him on stage with me."
You understand?
Because he forgot the pillow.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Shot caller, right? You a shot caller. That's what an elder does. An elder is somebody that could be like Gaylord used to call them OG calls. We could be in a heated discussion. You know what I'm saying? And G-Lord would be like, "Yo, OG call. All right, everybody shut the fuck up. It's done. It's done. There's no more discussion. OG, boom. Dr. Dolly, OG call, boom. Hey, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's because, boom, it carries weight. It carries weight. Boom. All right, cool. I don't agree, but hey, we gonna get this shit done the way that you want it done. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, if an individual is not a shot caller, you got to ask the question, are they elder? And brother, I think you be like, you talking about these shots. All right, cool. You don't have to be. It don't have to be in a gangster fashion. Can you call somebody to make something happen because you helped them? Can you do that? Can you do that? Because you helped them. Will they go into something because you went into it?
Right.
Will they follow you into fire and matter of fact, will they lead the way because you said this direction we going? Will they step into fire and brimstone for you? Come on now. Come on. It ain't difficult about determining what's real and what's elder and what's not, man. Come on now. That's not hard. That's not hard. There's elders in the community right now that we know like that. Boom, all right, we're going to move in this direction. Oh, boom, I need this. I heard one elder tell me something about young people was disrespecting him, and I felt a certain type of way. I need to come see about this. And Elder Kwame said, "Oh man, don't be talking about Elder and Zinga like that."
Don't pitch me, little girl.
Well, she shouldn't have been stripping. They changed her name to Zinga. Go from Black Diamond to Elder and Zinga. All right, family, look, I've been on here long enough. I'm about to get up off of here. I gotta use the bathroom, and I need to get ready to take my daughter to go ride the bus with her grandma this morning, and also help her cook.
Right on.
So we're about to get up and get out of here. Family, I want to remind you, you are now listening to Gianni Journey Media. And this is a Heart of a Simple production.
This is a holiday massage.
Oh, you back? What's up, girl? What's going on? You got something you want to say before I get up out of here?
I forgot. I didn't hang up the other line. All right, well, I just got off the phone with my son and everything.
You all right?
But well, y'all about to head on off of here, Hakeem?
Yeah, I've been on here. Hold on, I've been on here exactly 2 hours and 56 minutes.
All right, well, let me tell you this one thing. Then I could tell you this off the air, but I'm going to tell you it on it. I got your book, which I thought was $8, but I forgot mine was only $8 because it was damaged. So those books are actually $16, so I can't buy everyone one like I had initially planned. But I got you. So
I got you back. So
whenever we link up,
right? I got. I'm about to do some more T-shirts.
We need to get some T-shirts popping off and some other stuff because you're slipping on your pension, player.
I mean, I listen. I'm so slipping right now. I got two big gallons. I got a 7-gallon. And I got a 2.5 gallon. And I got honey downstairs. I don't even feel like making ambrosia right now. That's where we are. So family, tomorrow we're gonna cover tribal quotes. Not only we gonna cover tribal quotes, I'm gonna talk to y'all about how our time is being controlled, and by manipulating time, how our lives are being controlled. This is Brother Hatim. Once again, I strive to blow up your old paradigm. So I will see you tomorrow morning. Peace. I'm out. I got pee. Can't hold it like